Last week, the Howe Bulldogs lost the opener 35-21 to Ponder in a contest that the Lions were able to capitalize on typical early season miscues by the Bulldogs. The bright spot was that freshman quarterback Austin Haley showed why he's in that position by throwing 3 touchdowns, the first Howe QB to do so in nearly 10 years. Tonight, people from all over the country return home to Old Howe High as it is homecoming. The Dogs will face a team they've manhandled for the past 50 years in the S&S Rams. It's football time in Texas, and it's the home opener for the oldest active stadium in North Texas.
The following is a product of Grayson Publishing. Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint of heart.
Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. It's a Haley's Comet for the first time in his career.
Please take all necessary precautions.
Kiss him goodbye. To the 3, to the 2. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Buck Snort Barbecue, TechWave, Ed Meacham State Farm, Knight Furniture, Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance, GCEC, The Old Man at the Coffee Shop, FBC Howe, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Baker AC and Heating, Pitt Exteriors.
He hands off on the reverse to Louder from the left to the right. A seam. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com. Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
Welcome. Homecoming 2019, and the train goes by as soon as we get ready here. There you go. Hello, BNSF. So it's homecoming, and we look like we might have a king and queen. Is that right?
I think they did announce it. Jaron Ing appears to be the homecoming king.
And I don't know right now. I can't tell who the queen is. Can't tell. We'll get that for you though. We had a little mix-up on our site. We're trying to get that back going to update you on the live broadcast. We've had a little mix-up, so we're fixing it. So some of you got us, some of you don't. We're getting there. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. So it's S&S tonight and the Howe Bulldogs. And, Justin, Howe has dominated S&S over the past 50 years or so, and tonight the Bulldogs are going to be looking for another win tonight. They need a big win tonight.
Yeah, especially losing last week to a Ponder team that was kind of it could have been a winnable game. You made some key mistakes down the stretch last week. You play an SS team that is definitely beatable, but by no means do you need to underestimate them. I'm sure Coach Jailing is not doing that tonight, but it's a lot of excitement there. Home opener, homecoming night, and Bulldogs trying to get their first win of tonight.
I'll tell you what I like already about the new home jerseys. They look just like 1985, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, right in my wheelhouse. The black pants with a thick gray stripe, black jerseys, white numbers outlined in gray, the black helmet, black face mask. It's a really good look.
Takes you back to the glory years, huh?
Oh, it's a good look, Justin. It's a good look. Hey, we've got to take a break real quick. We're probably not going to give you all of the senior spotlight and the coaches show since we started late, but we'll let you listen to a little bit of it. We'll be right back right after this.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
Welcome to the Senior Spotlight. This week we're featuring J.C. Helpenstell and Arturo Lauder. J.C., we'll start with you. The lone holdover from the Zach Hudson era. How long ago does that feel like?
Oh, it feels like forever ago now with Coach Jay being here. I mean, we're just so used to all the work he's taught us and everything he's shown us, and it's just seems like it's been forever since then.
How have you improved since your first varsity year as a sophomore?
Oh, I think I improved a lot just in that sophomore season, especially just first time being on varsity from start of the season to the end of the season. You could see how I improved, and everyone on this team has improved throughout the years. So I think it's just been improvement all the way around.
After last year, you now understand the importance of senior leadership. How do you make sure this team does things maybe a little bit differently than last year?
I think we just have to keep the energy up all the time, like when we're out here in practice, just keeping guys focused when game day comes, because a lot of these guys haven't played varsity football or haven't played football at all in several years, so they don't know exactly what to do and what not to do. So all the seniors just got to hop on them, keep them focused, and make sure they're doing stuff right.
What are some other things you're involved with here at Howe High?
I'm involved in track, and I might play basketball this year. I'm not sure. I could get cut, so I'm not sure yet. But I'm just going to stay involved in track and just keep working out, keep working hard.
When's the last time you played basketball?
Eighth grade year.
All right, well, let's do it. Hey, now the defense has been allowing a ton of yards. Over 400 in 3 straight games going back to last year. How do you stop that trend?
I think it's just keeping all the guys focused, making sure that everyone knows what to do from top to bottom throughout the whole depth chart. You know, we got to make sure our backups know what to do. We got to make sure third strings know what to do, because we have a small team and we just got to keep everyone on the same page.
Got a homecoming date?
No, I don't.
Who's going to be the homecoming queen?
I would say Molly.
Molly Wilson?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
All right, now let's turn it over to Arturo Lauder. Is homecoming a distraction for a football team?
I don't think so. I think it kind of builds up the hype for the football team, because homecoming's better when you win. So we're just looking for a win. Yep.
Got a homecoming date?
Yes, sir. Hannah Dwyer.
And who do you think is going to win homecoming queen?
I'm not gonna pick one. All the girls are beautiful. I'll just say that.
Wow. All right, stepping out on a limb there. All right, you're a receiver now instead of a running back or a slot back. You like that?
Yes, sir. I guess sometimes I kind of wish I was running the ball, but I know I'm helping the team out playing receiver, and it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So it's fun, yeah.
How much of it an adjustment is it moving from an all-run offense to throwing the football?
It was a big change for us. We didn't know what to expect, but we like the new offense, and now we think it's better than the slot T stuff. But we still have Coach West, but we think it's better.
Defensively, you're playing the joker position. Is that a transition for you going from that? You've been a safety most all the time. Talk about that transition.
I mean, it's not really a transition. It's basically the same thing, just playing in a different spot. But the transition was not that hard. Honestly, it was pretty easy.
What other things are you involved with here at Howe High?
I play football, baseball. I run track, and I'm in FFA classes, so I guess I'm a FFA member, if that counts.
Yeah. Are you also gonna try your hand at basketball this year?
I've thought about it, but I'm not really sure. Basketball is not my thing, but we'll find out after football season ends.
What's the biggest difference between this year and last year?
Leadership. Last year, we didn't really have that. Like this game against Ponder, Coach Shea told us this, and I believe it, that we were down, how many? 14? We were down quite a few. And last year, everyone on the team would have given up with the senior leadership. But this year, the seniors here, we brought everybody up, and we believed that we could win, and we fought hard the second half.
Keep that attitude. Great stuff. We'll be right back right after this. Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
How did we not know that it was Allie Harvey who won Homecoming Queen? It's the only girl out there that's 7'7".
I'm about to say the tallest one out there, right in the middle. Yeah.
But congratulations, Allie Harvey. Following up, another thing that your sister did, Riley was Homecoming Queen several years back, and now what you can do, I can do. Again, little sister always trying to keep up, and she does it again, Homecoming Queen. Congratulations, Allie Harvey. We have some starters to go over tonight. As you can see, we skipped the coaches show because we've got a few things to we got on a little bit late. I don't know if Caroline's down there or not, ready to go.
I see her right there.
Oh, hang on. I think we might have a Caroline spotting.
Hey.
Look
at this, the mic works.
How is it down there?
Oh, guys. You remember last week when I had a jacket on before the end of the game? It's not happening this week. It is 94 degrees on this Friday night. We're feeling every degree of it, I'm telling you. As far as field conditions go, last year, after all the rain and the mud, this field looks amazing. It looks great. The only complaint that I have, there's nothing in the center. We got to put something out there, a big H or something.
Yeah, there needs to, like the basketball court has the Texas with the block H.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to draw the Bulldog face with the Texas, like the new logo that they're going with, but some kind of a, something that shows, hey, this is a varsity game and not 7th grade.
And as far as the field goes, I'm telling you, the way it looked at the end of last year, the way it was just destroyed by the rain and the mud and just all the activity on there, and the fact they've been able to just rebuild it here, it looks great on this Friday night.
Let's go over the offensive starters. We'll let them introduce themselves. The Howe Bulldogs offense.
Journeying, left tackle.
JC Hopenstout, guard.
Colby Lappin, center. Jackson Adkins, guard.
Matthew Bearden, right tackle.
Stephen Waldrop, tight end. Kobe Wyndham, receiver.
Arturo Lauder, slot receiver.
Caden Harmon, running back. Carson Daniels, running back.
Austin Haley, quarterback.
And now the Howe Bulldog defensive starters.
Jackson Adkins, D-end. Journeying, nose guard.
Matthew Bearden, D-end.
Stephen Waldrop, linebacker.
JC Hopenstout, inside linebacker.
Noah Campbell, linebacker.
Jalen Thornton, corner.
Hunter Brusso, cornerback.
Leighton Ovington, safety. Caden Harmon, strong safety.
Arturo Lauder, safety.
You might notice a couple of guys missing there in that starting lineup from a week ago. A couple of injuries. Jordan Jones, we don't know whether he's going to start. 50-50 is what we were told a couple of days ago. He may actually start. He had that stinger last week on that personal foul hit against him. Also, Jonathan Meneses is out of the lineup, and Jackson Adkins steps in for him. J.C. Helpenstill moves over to the other guard. They just kind of switch. And again, Out of the lineup is the new transfer, Brandon Williams from McKinney. We've only seen one carry from Brandon. There was so much hype around him. The look of him, he just looks like that big back that's going to run the ball and look real good, but we haven't seen him yet except for one carry. On defense, missing on the defensive side of the ball is the outside linebacker, which Noah Campbell will step up and take, will be starting tonight. And that is for, my goodness.
Wyndon?
It's not Wyndon. I'm losing my mind. It's what happens when you get to be 45 years old. You put the starters on here, and then you just, all of a sudden, bam, everything leaves. So, it was Jackson. It was not Jackson, Brandon Williams.
Okay, yeah.
He was in the starting lineup, and now he's on the sidelines. The street closed, so Noah Campbell will move over to the Sam linebacker and start tonight. For S&S, on offense, up front, Elijah Heron, number 56. He's 5'11 and 205 and a senior. The left guard, Ethan Thomas, 5'10", 240 and a junior. The center, Cody Kerr, 61, 5'6", 210 and a junior. And the right guard, Edgar Aguilar, 5'6", 225. The right tackle, Matt Billmeyer, 5'10", 225. He's a senior. The offensive line is 1,105 pounds, averaging 221 up front. The wide receiver tonight, Cooper Heron. He's 5'8", 140, a junior. A quarterback, Jake Reynolds, 6'1", 170, a junior. And the wideout on the right side and tight end is Blake Smith, 5'9", 135. Slot receiver, Nathan Rainey. He's 6'1", 165 and a sophomore. Slot receiver, Cannon Filligy. He is 5'10", 145. And we'll see both running backs. Starting is Joey Baggs. He returns from a year ago, 5'8", 150. And the bigger back is Devin Jackson. He's 5'9", 180 and a senior. Defensively for S&S, up front, Nathaniel Rainey, 6'1", 165 and a sophomore. The nose tackle is Matt Billmeyer, 5'10", 225 and a senior. And defensive tackle Ace Mabry, 6'1", 170 and a senior. The linebackers, Coda Richardson, Chase Sloan, Devin Jackson, Colby McSpedden. And the secondary, Keen Ortega, Cooper Heron, Blake Smith, and Cannon Filligy. So that is your starting lineup for both teams. The officials tonight, the referee, Paul Funderburg. The umpire, David Cunningham. The back judge, Jesse Ramon. The line judge is Robert Smith. And the head linesman is Greg Moody out of the Dallas chapter, I believe. I don't think it's the Commerce chapter.
No,
that's one thing I know. It's not the Commerce chapter. So we are going to take a very quick timeout. It looks like the Bulldogs are just about ready to come onto the field. And when they do, we'll take a quick timeout after that. The tunnel is rocking. Now, the head coaches, or the coaching staff, have a new look to them as well. Good-looking uniforms, the gray bottom half of the shirt, white on the top half of the shirt, wearing white hats. Good look, but the jerseys, man, the jerseys look just fabulous, Justin.
Just brings you
back. Here they come.
And let's give it those hands to Bulldogs.
For the first time in 2019, the Howe Bulldogs hit the field at Bulldog Stadium. It's homecoming 2019.
Those do look like nice jerseys. Nice and sharp.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this. At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
Captains are out on the field for the Howe Bulldogs. It is Jaron Ing, Colby Lappin. It is Stephen Waldrip and Colby Winden.
After introducing the
Those are
captains
the
of both
four
teams
captains
and the coin toss, we will then
for
have
the Howe Bulldogs. We have
national
not seen the S&S Rams.
Still working out over here.
Yeah, they're still doing their warm-ups. They're in white pants tonight, white jerseys, white helmets. They have red numbers on their jerseys outlined in gold, and they have 2 red stripes over the sleeve, kind of like the old Indianapolis Colts look, except red and gold instead of blue and white. So they are now entering their tunnel. That's not really a tunnel. It's a little helmet. Are they going to fit in there?
I'm about to say that's a small 1960s helmet almost.
Yeah, that's very small. Howe obviously wins the tunnel battle tonight, but that doesn't mean anything. I've seen that happen in the reverse order as far as tunnel versus team. S&S just about ready to exit that little tunnel. Fairly decent crowd making their way over from Sadler and South Maid. Here come the S&S Rams. So here come the captains. There's there's 2 captains for S&S.
Number 15.
It'll be, it will be Matt Billmeyer. And I believe Gage Moore. And Gage Moore in street clothes for S&S.
Number 72.
Boy, we saw a lot of street clothes last year with S&S.
And we have a coin toss down there with Caroline Slauson. Take it over. For the moment, she's keeping the mic out, but she'll be, there she goes.
All right, gentlemen, good luck tonight. Happy to be here to officiate for you. The coin I'm going to toss is this silver dollar. Eisenhower head is heads. The eagle is tails. That's heads. That's tails. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Sir, what do you want to call?
Tails.
He called what?
Tails.
Call is tails. We're going to let it hit the ground. It is heads. You have won the toss. What would you like to do?
We want the ball.
You want to receive. Which way do you want to kick?
That's Stephen Waldrop wanting the ball.
All right. Swing your backs around to your
So
goal.
Howe will take the football to start here. They've won the toss and elected to receive. Great job out there, Caroline. Nice. Very nice. So Howe will put their back at the north end zone and be moving left to right from our vantage point. Again, in all black as we get ready for the prayer and the national
Bulldog band will
anthem.
now lead us in our national anthem.
And we'll let you hear that. Oh, the pride of Howe. How you are so good. So the national anthem, check. Coin toss, check.
Homecoming king, queen.
Check, check. Jaron Ing and Allie Harvey.
Yes.
The good-looking black throwback uniforms to 1985, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1990, check. Those
check.
look fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the starting lineups in for you. Now we're just ready for some football. So the head coach Bill Jailing, his second year in Howe. He's 11-39, sixth season overall as a head coach. 44 years old of San Antonio, transferred to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as a youngin'. His coaching career started at Cushing 2013, went 1-9. 2014, 4-6. 2016, it went to Hampshire Finette, went 1-9, and then improved to 2-7 that year after when they had the big floods down in South Texas, messed up their team. And then last year went 3-7 here in Howe. He's originally from San Antonio, and we're just about ready to kick. Now the S&S Rams have their own Callie Vick. She will kick tonight. Normally the place kicker, haven't seen her doing kickoffs, but she will kick off tonight. And that is Susie Griffin, and it's in the air. It's a high kick, going to be taken right up the middle, and that's Derek Kirshner. The ball comes out. It's on the turf, and S&S still scrambling for it. A fight for it around the 20-yard line. Kirshner had it pop out, and S&S says they have it, and they do. Not a great start for Howe by any means. S&S already around the 20-yard line at the 22.
Well, we talked about self-inflicted wounds last week and how those just kind of came back and just killed the Bulldogs, and they got one right off the bat here. Haven't even got the ball offensively, and on the return kickoff, fumble and turn the ball over.
So 11:52 on the clock, and here comes S&S on their first drive of the night. It'll be Reynolds with a low snap. He digs it out. He's going to run it straight to the middle and a few yards as he crosses the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
A ground ball there, snap there. He had to field and just kind of weaved his way for a few yards. This Bulldog defense who gave up 374 total yards last week, hoping to improve on that number.
Second down and about 7 here. Swing pass out to the right. That's Jackson on the catch, in trouble. Gets out of trouble along the sidelines. Strolls in for a touchdown. Oh my, already with 11:15 on the clock in the first, a fumble on the kickoff turns into points for S&S.
Oh my, that was a quick swing pass there to Jackson. Jackson juked out about 3 Bulldog players and left them in the dust there and was able to go in easily for the touchdown. It was good pursuit there at the beginning initially by the Bulldogs, but Jackson with great moves able to get the touchdown.
Susie Griffin on for the PAT. It's up, it's high, it looks like it's good, and it is. S&S with an early 7-0 lead at Bulldog Stadium. Whoa! We'll be right back right after this timeout.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
Not a way to start a football game. 7-0 S&S on top early. 11:15 to go here in the first, and Howe's going to try to return this one again. A different player in that position. Kirshner now out in the middle of the field. Jordan Jones in.
Yeah, one of the first things I know is good when your athletes is used to kind of carrying the ball there.
And now here's a squib kick. It's going to go out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Not sure if that was supposed to be a pooch kick or not, but it just goes out. That's the Tech Wave kickoff. And now Howe will apparently have great field position when they start. There's a discussion with Bill Jailing and the line judge here, figuring out Howe wants to take the ball there. So good starting position for Howe on this drive, which will actually be their first offensive set, as they didn't get to bring the offense out as they fumbled the kickoff earlier.
Well, good thing is it's early in the game, so not even a minute has gone off the clock here, and the Bulldogs will start off with great field position in S&S territory at the 45-yard line. So you just kind of put that out of your mind and just go back to your offense. That did pretty well last week with Austin Haley.
11:15 on the clock. Haley in the gun, looks to swing pass out. It's going to be caught by Thornton. He's got a lot of room. 35, 30, makes a move to the 30, 20, 15, kissing goodbye. Touchdown, Jalen Thornton. What you can do, I can do. Howe scores on their first play. 11:05 on the clock. 7-6, and the Bulldogs answer right back, awaiting this PAT.
Jalen Thornton, he had a lot of electricity. Just as soon as he got the ball last week, he was just, as you said, always up to 10, and he got that bubble screen there and just got his blocker to hit him and able to weave his way enough for the races for a 45-yard touchdown catch.
Flores on for the PAT to try to tie this one with 11:05. It took 10 seconds off the clock. One play, 10 seconds. That's your Hit Exteriors LLC scoring drive recap. Haley to hold. It's on the tee. The kick is a low line drive, and it is true. Tie ball game 7-7. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in, and all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
We're going to check down with our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson. Hey, that was a beautiful looking play. Talk us through it.
It was incredible, and it looked just as good from down here. One play, Jalen had it, and the fire is back on the Bulldog side.
Hey, talk about the coaching staff. There's a lot of ups and downs so far in this 2 minutes.
Yeah, Coach Jay, right after S&S scored, Coach Jay wasn't happy, but Coach Gillespie kind of took the calm side and was just talking to the guys. Lynch over here is fired up as always, though.
All right, getting ready for a Tech Wave kickoff. Kevin Flores has it teed up. And again, Howe moving left to right, kicking off as S&S will be moving to that north end zone. Flores on the Tech Wave kickoff. It's a high kick going deep to the right side of the field. Going to bounce at the 18. Going to be picked up slowly, coming to the near side of the field. In trouble, going backwards, and a tackle inside the 10-yard line. And a flag is down at about the 9. Could be a face mask.
I think that was a face mask. It may be on Jordan Jones on the pursuit there. And I tell you what, the way the Bulldogs came out on that kickoff, they seemed like they had a little fire under them there. Great pursuit. That unfortunately may be a face mask penalty.
Well, that was Blake Smith on the return who picked it up on the near side, on the Howe side. At about the 15, ran backwards and was trapped behind the 10. They'll give him forward progress to the 12, but Leighton Elvington was there as well to bring him down. And we'll see what the infraction is as they're talking about it. And it looks like they're going to move this ball as a face mask indication. And it is. Boy, that's a bad one because Howe had him trapped way back inside the 15.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good pursuit there, but 15 yards on that. That's going to bring him back out past the 20 up to about close to 25.
Hey, Carson, you're going to have to remind me here. This might be a shootout. Remind me to change the scoreboard. All right, 7-7, 10:59 left to go in the first. Already 2 touchdowns early in this game. Check your defense at the door. Reynolds, and now whistles blow before this one could get underway on the 1st and 10 start from the 22-yard line, it appears. Let's see what happens here. It looks like a false start. Our spotter, Carson Grogan, tells us. And they'll move this one back, so a little justice for the Bulldogs.
Get a little something back there.
So they'll move it back to the 17, close to where they were going to start a moment ago anyway. So First and 15 from the 20. Now they're at the 22, right? My goodness. All right, Reynolds drops back. He wants to pass deep down the field, right side of the field. He overshoots his man. It's incomplete as he was trying to find his wide receiver, Cannon Philligy, and it just falls incomplete as I believe it was Harmon in coverage. It'll bring up a second down and 15.
Yeah, try to go long, see the arm of Jake Reynolds, and Harmon, good job there, was right there step for step with the receiver.
Second down and 10. Bags alongside Reynolds, who wants to throw deep down the field again. Same play. Harmon in coverage, and a flag's going to come in. He was kind of face guarding the receiver, Philligy, one more time. So they're going to get a first down here as it was second down and 15. We'll check and make sure that's the call.
Yeah, it was almost the same exact play. It was just kind of a vertical route, go long and throw it up to him, and Harmon was there, but he may have got face guard him a little bit and kind of a little shoved.
And he never turned around. That's the thing, is Harmon had his back to the ball the entire time, and that usually never works out good. So we'll move the sticks. They are going to go ahead and move them.
Against the Bulldogs.
The officials will mark it off, and they'll stop somewhere around the 38-yard line, I believe.
15 yards being marked off. First down.
They're going to mark it at the 38. First and 10, right to left goes S&S. White uniforms, white helmets, white pants with a little red and gold. And here's Bags on his first carry of the night, hopping, jumping over defenders, and gets maybe 2 yards up to the 40-yard line.
Joey Bags. We saw him a little bit last year before he was injured. And a little draw up the middle there and just a couple of yards on the run.
So Bags and Reynolds in the backfield. 3 receivers on the right, 1 down here at the bottom. Reynolds wants to throw, 3-step drop. Deep ball, right side once again. Right there to make the interception is Leighton Elvington. He picked it out of the sky. First and 10, Howe going back the other way at the 30 or 28-yard line.
Trying to go to the well again, going to Blake Smith. That time Elvington was in coverage, and he locked in the air, put a lot of touch on there, and enough for Elvington to look back, go up at the highest point, and bring it down. Good job there by Elvington with good coverage.
10:13 on the clock here in the first. First and 10, Howe now moving left to right at Bulldog Stadium, opening night. And a pretty good crowd here at home. Of course, homecoming always does that. You get a good crowd here.
Now Howe has an opportunity. Now they've got a turnover to maybe capitalize on this.
This is going to be an offset I formation. Haley in the pistol set. And right behind him is going to be Thornton, who gets the carry on first down. Good for about 3 yards near the 30-yard line, maybe 2.
Thornton, gain of about 3 on the play.
And they'll mark him at the 29, second down and about 7 coming up.
Handoff on the outside. Jalen Thornton showing he's human. Only 3 yards on that carry. We're used to 8, 9, 10-yard carries there.
Boy, Leighton Elvington, what a great moment for that first interception of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 7. Haley, handoff again. Thornton trying to cut out of a tackle, but he's going to be captured right about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 up to the 30.
Good job there by, I think that was Coda Richardson with the tackle. Wrapped him up right about the line of maybe after only just about a yard or so. And Jalen, who had a lot of broken tackles last week, are taken down right away.
Third down, Jordan Jones not in the game. Colby Wyndon into the game. Austin Haley wants to pass on third. Deep down the field, looking for Arturo Louder, and he overshoots him by about 2 or 3 steps. Haley was knocked down, no big deal there, but it is fourth down and punt time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, trying to go to a deep slant there to Louder and just overshot him completely.
It looked like the route wasn't run correctly, or the pass was thrown at a different direction as the receiver Louder had to try to make an adjustment on the fly to that football. So a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, something seemed off on that.
Jalen Thornton will punt as he'll stand inside his 20 at the 19-yard line on fourth down and 7. Good snap, good punt, low line, spiraling kick. Going to be taken by Blake Smith at the 39-yard line. Trying to find the far corner is going to be brought down by J.C. Helpenstell, just shy of the 50, and they may mark him right at the 50.
Nice open field tackle by J.C.
So SNS with good field position now. Bulldog defense did a good job there on that last drive there to hold him to a 3 and out.
Exactly.
Or had the interception, I'm sorry, yes.
Exactly 9 minutes on the clock, and the ball is at exactly the 50-yard line. Let's check down. We didn't get to a whole lot last week because we had so many problems mic-wise. Let's talk to Caroline down there, our Night Furniture sideline reporter.
Guys, I talked to Coach Kirshner, see if I can get a little insight of these new jerseys that Monty is loving. He said that Coach Jay picked them out at the beginning of the season, just like the way they look, their new Nike jerseys. I said, well, we're getting some 80s vibes, but I don't think Coach Jay was getting that.
Here's Jackson on a huge carry. First down and more inside Howe territory to about the 34-yard line. Jackson so far just running right over Howe on his when he touches the ball.
Looks a lot like Terrence Clark from last week against Ponder. He got the draw at the middle, and then just big old holes were opening up, and SNS is wanting to go fast too.
16 yards on that first down carry. First and 10 for SNS, right to left. Howe in a 3-3 stack look. Sort of a 50 look, though, with the ends coming down. And here's a sack in the backfield. Jackson Atkins. Going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3, near the 40-yard line at the 38.
I think there was some miscommunication. Reynolds had I believe that was Jackson to the left of him, and Jackson went out almost out in the flats there, and Reynolds tried to fake it to him, but nobody was there, and it was a broken play.
That's second down and 14 right here. 3 down linemen for Howe as Reynolds wants to throw. Pressure from Helpenstell. He steps out of the pocket, rolling right. Pressure from Wyndon. He escapes that tackle. First down and more. And that flag is down, and so is Reynolds, but all the way down to about the 6-yard line, and another late flag comes in. And our spotter says a hold to begin at the line of scrimmage, and a late flag came in at the end, thrown at the feet of one of the SNS players, which is, it appears that it might have been Bildmeyer, but we'll have to check and see if that's the big one or not.
Yeah, Reynolds dropped back and then rolled out, or stepped up in the pocket, then went on a run there, and yeah, it looked like a hold there on the outside. I didn't see who it was, but and then I wonder if that was there wasn't a late hit at the end of that, was there?
There's a hold there. That one's been called.
Holding is the call again.
And maybe that's the only one.
Maybe that was only one. Maybe both flags were for the hold.
So a huge holding penalty that benefits Howe right there, because Reynolds had escaped all the way down inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line. So we'll do it again. Second down and 15. Reynolds drops back 3 steps under pressure, throws across the middle, high, incomplete, intended for his receiver Chase Sloan, but it goes over his head, and Elvington was in coverage.
Kersher was coming in on a cornerback blitz, and Kersher, after Reynolds got rid of that, Kersher gave him a little shove, took him down there a little bit just to remind him he's still there.
What I do like about this defensive series is Howe is bringing pressure. Here's another quick pass out to the right side. It's going to be caught on 3rd and 15 and immediately hit and immediately dropped. Maybe a loss on the play. Good defense right there by Howe, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, just a quick pass. One of the things that Coach Jay wanted to work on during this past week was tackling. He felt the tackling wasn't great last week, and we saw a good tackle there by the Bulldogs.
On the door, as you're walking out of the dressing room, it had 48 missed tackles posted up.
Wow.
Coach Jay not happy about that number. 4th down, it appears SNS is going to go for it. Drops back. Reynolds wants to throw deep down the field. Elvington there again, makes the interception again at the 5, turns it up to the 10 on the far sideline and slides down at about the 8-yard line. So Howe, it turns out to be somewhat similar to a punt, as Howe's going to have the ball down deep in their own territory, but SNS took a shot, and Howe came up with that shot.
Yeah, I guess you kind of look at it as almost like a long punt there, but good job there. Harmon was in coverage, but Elvington was playing back there as a safety help and saw the ball coming up and able to make the interception, his second interception of the night.
Big night so far for Elvington on defense. 7:01 on the clock. We're still in the first quarter, 7-7 here at the christening of the 2019 Bulldogs Stadium. 1st and 10, Howe making their way back out on the field. Haley in shotgun formation with Carson Daniels to his right. 2 freshmen in the backfield. And Haley wants to throw. Swing pass out right. Arturo Louder makes the catch. Sidesteps the defender and is going to be hog tackled at about the 21-yard line. Good for 2 or 3 yards. And Louder, for a moment, had nobody on him.
Yeah.
He was all alone, and finally S&S recognized that he was by himself, and someone sprinted over there to cover him. And for S&S, thank goodness they did, or we'd be talking about a touchdown right now. Louder split out wide to the right. Thornton in the slot. And Haley and flags are down. Thornton moved a little bit early from his slot position, and that's going to be a false start against Howe.
Yeah, that last play, they had Louder and Waldrop out wide. And, you saw nobody was out there on Louder. They went ahead and got it to him, and a good tackle there by I believe that was Baggs. Because if he wouldn't tackle, Waldrop had his guy blocked down there. It would have been probably 6 the other way.
So they're going to push this ball back to about the 16-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 11. Haley in the gun. Louder moves over from the left side to the right. Stephen Waldrop down here at the bottom. 3 men up top. Haley wants to throw. Swing pass. And it's going to be almost intercepted, as it was Louder who had the swing pass come through his hands and go out of his hands incomplete, but the ball stayed up in the air for a little bit and had the opportunity to be intercepted. Good thing for Howe it wasn't.
Well, they're going fast here.
3rd down coming up. Haley and Daniels in the backfield looking for the call. Waldrop down here at the bottom, and Arturo Louder next to him. Thornton in the slot on the far side. Haley wants to throw deep down the field, and a receiver fell down. Thornton got his feet tangled up with a defensive back. He fell about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Was looking for some kind of a call, didn't get one. It's going to be 4th down and punt time again for Howe.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was intended for, if that was even intended for Thornton or not, because he was way overthrown by him and Wyndon. But it'll be a 4th down for the Bulldogs. And had a couple opportunities there on that Thornton missed that pass there earlier. There on that 3rd down, or that 2nd down, had a chance, had blockers ahead of him, could have probably got a 1st down out of that, but dropped the pass.
Thornton will now go back in punt formation. He'll stand at his own 5-yard line. And Blake Smith is at the 50. Good snap. Good punt. Wobbly end over end. Going to be taking Smith backwards a little bit. He'll watch it go back to the 35-yard line. It'll die right on the stripe of the 35-yard line. Good punt by Thornton.
They've got a late flag here that's come in.
Could be a holding call, we hear. We'll check that one. While we're waiting, let's check down with the sideline reporter, Night Furniture sideline reporter. Caroline, talk to us.
Earlier, guys, y'all were talking about how the coaches were dealing, kind of an up and down game. One not only happy coach, but very proud papa right now down here is Coach Elvington.
Oh, I bet. Two interceptions. Yeah, that'll make Daddy proud. Yeah. Elvington back on defense right here, playing that safety position. It's going to be holding against Howe. So add another 5 yards to the 35. So S&S should take possession at their own 40.
Penalty being marked off against them.
Oh, it's on S&S. Sorry. Take it back to the 30. 5:51 left to go here in the first quarter. S&S is going to have it to start at their own 30-yard line.
Actually, 25. They're on 25.
Oh, okay. 25. Is it early season? Reynolds is going to hand off to Jackson, who escapes one tackler and slings forward to about the 28-yard line. A nice run there by Jackson, just to try to get momentum going forward.
A good job there by Bearden. Bearden was able to get off his block and able to bring him down for only a minimal gain.
3-yard gain. Reynolds and Jackson in the backfield. He gives to Jackson once again, trying to bounce it outside to the far side. And he's going to be brought down after a minimal gain, maybe a 1 up to close to the 30-yard line, maybe the 29.
Good pursuit there by the Bulldogs again, trying to bounce it outside, and the Bulldogs were able to stay right with them.
So far, a better job of tackling tonight.
I believe so.
So a big 3rd down here for the Bulldogs. Need a stop right here. 3rd and about 6.5. Reynolds in the gun from their own 29. Throws a quick screen pass, going to be incomplete. In coverage is Caden Harmon. And he was looking outside for his I believe that was Blake Smith who it was intended for. And that'll bring up a 4th down and a punt situation for S&S. So a nice job there by Harmon to make sure nothing happened.
They're working on that right side. Keep working on Caden Harmon. Picking on him.
Well, Harmon will go back near his 40-yard line here to return this punt. And here's the punt. It's going to be a low kick. Going to be taken by Arturo Louder, coming to the 40, near side, and has his legs taken out from under him, and a flag is down near the area of Leighton Elvington. And also over there was Nathaniel Rainey. And the flag was thrown right. Something happened with those two gentlemen. But Arturo Louder right now is down. Go ahead, Carol.
Can you hear me? What happened was number 8, I believe it was for S&S. Leighton had tackled him. 8 was not very happy. Reached around Leighton and face masked. I'm hoping that's what happened.
You're right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Night Furniture. They should be so happy. So it is a personal foul against S&S. And this will give Howe 15 extra yards from where they started, which was going to be about the 42-yard line. Is that right?
About there.
So they're going to move the ball up to the other 42.
We'll be in Ram territory here to start this drive.
Right now there is 4:45 on the first quarter clock. The ball at the S&S 42. 2 men in the backfield. I know that's Daniels. Harmon is dotting the I, and I believe that's Waldrop.
I think it's Waldrop on the other side.
For the moment, who's in the backfield, and sometimes they'll rotate him out or motion him out, and then whatever he becomes is a strong side situation. He becomes a strong side fullback in essence, and a lot of times they'll run the ball that way. We'll see what they do here on 1st and 10. Moving left to right. Haley in the gun, or actually in the pistol, as Harmon's right behind him. He's going to hand it. Harmon straight up the middle, bounces out, is met right at the 40-yard line by Joey Baggs. Good for about 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 8. J.C. Helpenstiel checks into the game. Jordan Jones checks into the game. And Jalen Thornton checks into the game.
Just bring in some different weapons there. Good run there by Harmon. You talked about last week how they just set so far deep in the pistol. He goes back 5 yards before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Only a 2-yard gain, but he probably ran 7.
Jones again took that big hit a week ago. Good to see him back in the game. Ball at the 40. Left to right goes Howe. Haley drops back 3 steps, looks left side, wants to throw deep down the field. All alone is Harmon, but it's right at his feet. And Haley took a lick at the end of that play, but he gets up. He's okay. It's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Haley let go of that thing and just got hammered there again by number 10 for the Rams, Chase Sloan, and he got that to Harmon. I wonder if Harmon it got to Harmon right there in front of him. I thought if he didn't see it, maybe because it was just right. I thought he maybe could have got to that.
Well, offensive coordinator Nate Lynch, not happy about something, was barking at somebody, and it might have been Haley. But nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 8. Haley wants to throw on the run, right side. He's got Louder, who makes the catch at the 25 and out of bounds. 1st down for Howe near the 20. They'll mark it at the 21.
Haley looked very polished there. Rolled to his right, sprint out to his right. Found Louder there right along the sidelines. Great job there by Haley on that pass.
Good looking throw on the run. 1st down and 10 for Howe, left to right. Matthew Bearden, the right tackle. Raul Hernandez, the right guard. Jackson Atkins getting a break as he's playing a lot of defense. And Hernandez might have even got the start tonight. Here is Haley wanting to throw across the middle. Thornton in the end zone. It is going to be caught. It is going to be a touchdown. It's touchdown time in Texas. 21 yards. Haley, his 2nd tonight to Thornton.
I tell you what, that was great placement by Austin Haley. He put it right in between the safety and the corner there, right into the breadbasket there of Thornton, in for the 21-yard touchdown pass. Great touch there, great pass, great catch there by Haley to Thornton. Thornton with his 2nd touchdown catch of the night.
13-7 our score for the moment. Flores on for the PAT. 3:36 remaining in the first. It's on the tee. It's blocked. This one's blocked, and it's going to remain 13-7. We'll take a quick timeout. We have a new score at Howe on homecoming. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Hit Exteriors LLC scoring drive recap. 3 plays, 42 yards for Howe. Ended on a 21-yard touchdown pass from Austin Haley, his second of the night, to Jalen Thornton, his second of the night. And Howe extends the lead 13-7 after the PAT was blocked a moment ago. And we are at the 3:36 mark and awaiting this Tech Wave kickoff. Flores wanting to bang this one away. Ball's resting at the 40, runs to it. It's a high kick, going to go to the right side, going to be taken by Blake Smith at the 13-yard line. Coming up the middle of the field, now far side of the field. Being chased down by Hunter Brousseau. Escapes a couple of tackles, a flag is down, and so is Blake Smith at around the 30-yard line.
Guys, we got a flag and a hat down here.
Yeah, we got a flag, a hat, and a scorebook there by the line judge.
Well, that's never good when the hats start going. You never know what's next. The shirts start flying. I mean,
it's a family game now.
You know, we're not playing spin the bottle out there, guys.
I wonder what that could have been. I mean, with the hat, it's usually ineligible.
Well, the flag is probably a hold.
Legal
the
touching.
Hat could be a personal foul. It could be something else. When you're throwing your hat, you already run out of flags.
Yeah.
I believe it was number 13 for SNS and Arturo number 3. Sorry.
So Gavin Collins for SNS is number 3. And we don't want to speculate, but let's see what the call is. They're still discussing it as the officials are standing around SNS 30-yard line at the south end of the field. Howe's defense is out there just waiting to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 from we'll see where. No idea.
Maybe the Howe defense needs a little rest right now, too. That's going to help them. As a lot of their players are playing both ways. So.
3:25 on the clock. Penalty is against SNS. They're going to move this one back pretty good. This one's going to go all the way back to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, he got tackled about the 30-yard line. So, yeah, that's a big penalty by the Rams.
I think I hear Leon Thornhill's voice over there. What a great sound at Bulldog Stadium to hear Leon Thornhill, once again, the longtime PA announcer. Good to hear that. Here we go, 1st and 10, SNS. Right to left. Reynolds digs out a low snap, looks right, deep down the field. It's going to be intended for Blake Smith. Leighton Elvington went for another pick, but he just knocked it away, stepped right in front of Smith and made a great play.
Yeah, just a deep out there to Smith. Again, they're going to that right side. Just whoever's over there. It's been Harmon, it's been Elvington. Of course, they may not want to keep testing Elvington. Elvington with 2 interceptions already. Ball just over the outstretched hands there of Smith.
2nd down and 10 coming up. Elvington, a whale of a game so far defensively. Here's a handoff up the middle. I believe that's Baggs. Good for maybe 2 or 3 yards. And he'll be brought down by Noah Campbell somewhere around the 14.
So a minimal gain there, only about 5 yards. So bring up a 3rd down, or maybe 4 yards, 3rd down and 6. A long 6 here for the Rams.
This is going to be Reynolds handing off once again straight up the middle, close to a 1st down, but I'm not sure he's going to get it, as that is a new running back into the game for SNS, which is Colby McSpedden. He got the carry, not enough for a first, going to be about 4 yards shy, and it'll be 4th down at around The 17, 18, in between the 17 and the 18-yard line.
Aside from that first drive when Devin Jackson went in for the swing pass, they've been able to tackle pretty good, and they did it on this drive.
2 games in a row, Howe's started off really crazy, but then settled in a little bit. And here's a high punt, fair catch called for by Arturo Louder, who will watch it bounce. Not near the midfield stripe. It's still in SNS territory at the 36-yard line. Not a great punt. Howe's going to try to take advantage of this right here. Good field position at the 37.
Howe's had some pretty good field position tonight so far. It seems like more often than not they're starting on the Rams side of the 50.
2:11 on the clock here in the first quarter. And Howe with a 1st and 10 on the Rams side of the field. Jalen Thornton into the game. Arturo Louder will be on the right side slot. Colby Wyndon will be split out wide to the left. And Harmon in the slot with Louder on the right side. Thornton in the backfield. Haley in the gun. Sends Thornton out of the backfield. Wants to throw the swing pass to him. Caught it at the 40. Makes a move. Spinning out of a tackle at the 35 to the 30-yard line. Electric.
There's a Thornton we get to know. He gets hit and just spins. Initially when he gets hit, he just spins and able to usually just squeeze out of his tackle and get a little bit of a gain.
There's a down lineman, Bill Meyer, for SNS, who has his ankles taped in bright yellow tape, and every time I see it, I think a flag is down. 2nd down and about 3 coming up for Howe. Thornton in the backfield. Haley will send Arturo Louder in motion. Fakes the jet sweep to him, throws it to Thornton, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Great position there on Thornton as they read that all along, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, trying to get it over to Thornton again. Baggs was this time wasn't going to be beat by Thornton. He stayed right there with him, and Baggs almost able to pick that off as they try to force it in there to Thornton.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Howe trying to convert right here, needing 3. Haley in the gun. Carson Daniels back in the game at fullback. Stands to his right. They throw a swing pass out to Louder. Tries to make a man miss. Does make one man miss. Spins into another guy. And they're actually going to lose a yard, and it'll be back to the 31-yard line. Needed some blockers out there on that swing pass.
Yeah, I got the quick pass, and nobody to help him. Just had to use his athleticism and end up losing a couple of yards. So.
Loss of 2 brings up 4th down and 5. Howe's going to go for it here on 4th and 5. At the SNS 32-yard line, Haley with Carson Daniels next to him. Haley drops back. 5 steps, wants to throw across the middle, caught by Harmon. Going to be close to a 1st down at the 25-yard line. Coach Jay says they have it, and the officials look like they are going to move it as well, and they do. Ball at the 25, a nice play call right there. And must have had his Red Bull today.
Great pass protection there by the Bulldogs. You give Austin Haley time to throw, and he can pick apart this defense. Finds Harmon across the middle, able to convert the 4th down, and we got somebody down.
Injury timeout. We'll take a quick one right here. We'll be right back right after this.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here. here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmer's insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're rested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Well, we're back. We had an extended timeout there for an injury. It was Cooper Heron, who plays receiver for S&S, and he also plays weak safety, and he's still getting off the field. He's not made it all the way over there yet. We certainly send our good thoughts and prayers over there for Cooper Heron. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's walking okay. So it's first down at 10 for Howe at the 24-yard line. And Haley wants to throw deep down the field, right side, looking for Waldrip, and it's going to be incomplete as it was just underthrown just a bit. And Nate Lynch looks at him and says, throw the ball. Points down the field, says, throw it.
I guess he wanted to throw it a little bit farther down, yeah, because that was about a yard or two short and kind of almost not in front of him, almost behind him a little bit.
So it's second down and 10. We'll talk down with Caroline here in just a moment. I think she was looking for some bug spray. We'll check down. It's one of those nights.
Hot, muggy.
Yep. Second down and 10. Haley with Carson Daniels to his right. Thornton back into the game, and he'll get the hand right here coming right. Getting a block from Daniels and has enough for a first down inside the 15, or they'll actually mark him at the 16. Got a really good block from the freshman Daniels.
Yeah, good job there, and then we got a flag down, looks like.
So we'll check the flag. Let's check down with our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson. What you got?
Yes, guys, I am looking. Unfortunately, I don't know what that flag is because our photographer, Michelle, almost got tackled. But, yeah, I am looking for some bug spray. But Coach Simmons just reminded me because I'm so sweet.
Maybe that's it. It's the sweetness. The sweetness of sweet Caroline.
Holding is the call.
So it's a holding against Howe. And this is a big penalty. It's going to go all the way back to about the 35-yard line. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, the good thing is you probably got 2 downs to get this. Repeat second down. And this is probably this will be 4-down territory if you get that far.
Right now, Thornton is in the game, lined up in a slot right position as Ricky Ake in his 31st season as the trainer is going out there on the field. Not sure what he's talking about to the official. He is talking with the official. Is there a player standing there? Because that's odd. Or is Ricky?
I think he's tending to an official.
Is he tending to an official?
Yeah, guys, the official's bleeding.
Oh, he's got to sit out, right?
Yeah.
Bring him over here.
Biohazard.
Send in the replacement.
Not the replacement refs.
But not one from Commerce, though. We don't want to bring anybody over from there. All right, not talking bad about the officials. So, yeah, Ricky Ake tended to the umpire right there who had something with his right hand. There's a little scratch or something, and that's David Cunningham, and he's ready.
Taped up that whole right arm.
So second down on a truckload, about 20 right here for Howe. And Haley in the gun. Hands off. No, he fakes and has to flush out of the pocket left side, looking down the field. Has Waldrip. It's going to be caught and dropped. Waldrip got popped. The ball was in his hands, and he got popped as soon as the ball got there, and he's holding his right knee. Waldrip is down. This is not good. This is not good for Howe. Waldrip is down, and he is not getting up anytime soon, it doesn't appear. His He's holding his lower right extremity, and we'll have to check on this. This appears to be another extended timeout. We'll have to check and see. For a moment, we are going to take a quick timeout. We'll see. We'll be right back right after this.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
That doesn't look good for Stephen Waldrop, being carried off the field, putting 0 weight on his right leg at all. That doesn't look good. That's a big loss if Waldrop can't come back. Here is a handoff to Thornton trying to bounce it outside. Does make a man miss and bowls over a defender at about the 30-yard line. So 4th down coming up, 4th at about 15 on the S&S side of the field at about the 29-yard line.
A good run there by Thornton. Yeah, with that loss of Waldrop, looks like Noah Campbell would be next on the depth chart, as this first quarter is a long first quarter.
It is a long first quarter, and that's a 2-way starter right there for the Bulldogs, and that is the end of the first quarter. Second quarter time. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Well, it's 4th down for Howe on the S&S side of the field as we begin the second quarter. Again, Howe appears to have lost Stephen Waldrop, and we'll change that over to the second. Thank you, Carson Grogan. I always try to get, my last guy to do that. I always blamed him. This is Mosier's what it was. Haley wants to throw. He's got Thornton, makes the catch, 20, looking at the 15, spins out of a tackle to the 10-yard line. A nice run by Thornton after Haley sprinted out of the pocket, coming near side, running to his left, throwing right-handed. Not easy to do, but Haley made it look easy, and it's a first down.
Yeah, just kind of loft in the air, put a nice little touch on there. And this offense here, Monty, is looking really good this drive. It seems like each drive they're getting more and more confident.
A 20-yard pickup, and Thornton his at least 3rd catch of the night, and he'll stand right behind and now move over to the left side of Haley. 1st and goal from the 9. Howe knocking on the door. Hand off Thornton. Straight up the middle. Is going to try to spin out of a tackle. Does break a tackle at the 5 and goes down finally. I think forward progress might have taken him to the 5.
Yeah, quick. Just a draw just right up the middle. Just right behind the center. Right behind the center. They're lapping.
And now
it looks like he may be down.
Another player is down, and this looks like Thornton.
I think it's Thornton.
That is not good. And now he's trying to get up, and he does get up. He gets up, but I think he's going to have to come out of the game.
I think he is too.
So he will run off the field. Harmon will check in, presumably. Harmon's on the field. Carson Daniels is on the field. So it's 2nd down and goal from the 5. Louder and Noah Campbell now in the game for Waldrop, split out wide to the right. Near side is Harmon and Jordan Jones. Austin Haley looks to throw over the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted, throwing into a crowd of traffic trying to find Jordan Jones at the goal line, but it popped out of his hands and fell free for a little bit, and lucky that the Rams didn't come down with that one.
Yeah, a quick slant there across the middle, and I saw Haley kind of cock once and then just throw a laser in there, but yeah, try to force it in between about 3 or 4 white jerseys, and luckily they didn't get picked off too.
Third down and goal coming up from the 5. A timeout has been called by the officials. They want to talk about something.
Coach Jay talked about one of the keys of the game was being able to, when you get in the red zone, be able to punch it in. They got in the red zone twice last week, couldn't do anything with it.
Joey Baggs, the reason for the official timeout, Joey Baggs is limping around back there. I saw him right after that near interception limping in the back of the end zone, and the official said, hey, you got to come out of the game. That ain't going to work. So he limps off the field, and now a new player in for S&S. Third down and goal from the 5. Haley in the gun. Carson Daniels to his right. Haley wants to throw. Rolls out right. Throws in the end zone. Intercepted at the 5-yard line. Coming out for is S&S, and they'll make it out to the 10. And Haley, his second interception of the year. This one's a big one right at the goal line.
He tried to force it there again across the middle. There are too many white jerseys again. And I need to see who came up with the interception, but right there at the goal line, another missed opportunity by the Bulldogs in the red zone.
That's a tough one. Howe's going to turn the ball over here with 10:49 to go here in the second, leading S&S 13-7, but really could have done some damage there to really push that out a little bit. Not going to be able to do it there anyway. Howe losing players as well. Thornton is not in the game on defense, but that's not unnormal, not unnatural. Here's Reynolds wanting to throw. Looks across the middle. That's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his receiver over there, which was Nathaniel Rainey, 6'1", 165 sophomore. It falls incomplete right at his feet. Second down coming up.
Reynolds had a lot of time back there. I mean, he sat there and for 3 or 4 seconds before he's able to throw that. So no rush there by the pass rush by the Bulldogs.
Reynolds in the gun. As he's going to hand off, or he's going to keep it. No, he hands off. Big hole right up the middle. Coming straight up and finally brought down by Leighton Elvington after a big first down run near the 40-yard line, shy of midfield.
Draw up the middle there. I think that's McSpedden. Colby McSpedden with the draw up the middle, a big gain there.
29 yards.
And he got about to the second layer of the defense there before anybody was able to even know he was there.
Big hole right up the middle. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff. Same play. McSpedden. This time McSputton as he falls down at the 40. Right there, Noah Campbell to bring him down. Make sure he goes no further. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Bulldogs get back to their old ways there of crisp tackling on that minimal gain.
Shotgun for Reynolds. McSpedden to his right. And he's going to fake the hand to him this time, and he pulls it. Reynolds looking for some room. It's going to be close to a first down, shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Read option there by Reynolds. We haven't seen his legs very much. We saw him earlier when he had the long run, but it was taken back by a penalty. And we see him weave his way through close to a first down, be a 3rd and short.
Josh Alleman, the new head coach for S&S. He is a former Sherman Bearcat. This is how you know this is when you know you're old. I broadcasted when he was playing back in the early aughts, and he went to Texas Tech, was a lineman there, and here he is on the sideline for S&S. This is a wedge play by the Rams trying to get the first down. That's going to be very close. I think they got it.
I think they did too.
As it appears the near line judge is going to move past the sticks, and they are going to move the sticks at the 49-yard line on the Howe side. It looks like Ing is having some helmet issues. He already had a different helmet earlier in the game, and now he's going back to something else as they're tending to his helmet. He's over there on the sideline, and they're trying to fix his helmet. 1st down and 10. Reynolds wants to throw. Looking left side. Has nowhere to go. Flushed down to the pocket by Matthew Bearden, and now Reynolds wants to run. We nearly got a Air Zagleski, but a 3-yard gain for Reynolds brought down by Colby Winden.
Good coverage there by the Bulldogs on the backside. And Bearden came up there and pushed him out of the pocket there and gave him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 47. Ing is back into the game. 2nd down and about 7. Reynolds throws a swing pass. Caught by Jackson. Stutter steps. And finally he's going to outrun Noah Campbell to the far sideline and be brought down shy of the first down sticks by about 4 yards. And Howe says they have the football. There's a fumble on the play, and Howe says they have it. Howe has the football. Devin Jackson fumbled, apparently, and Howe picked it up.
And I think Jones came up with the fumble recovery. I didn't see what happened. He tried to break it to the outside over there near the sideline, during the S&S sideline. And apparently the ball must have come out.
I didn't see it either. It was on the very far side. Hard to see from here.
And I believe it was Jones, with the Jordan Jones with the fumble recovery.
So that'll give Howe the ball at their own 43-yard line.
Jones didn't recover. He was the one that forced it. Jones was somewhere in there.
So Jones recovered it? Is that what it is? I know the Wizard probably knows.
Yeah.
I know the Blizzard. I know the Blizzard knows.
Yeah. Either recovered or I think
question.
forced it. Blizzard will.
He'll tell us at the half.
Will be the authority on that one.
1st and 10. Haley looks like he was going under center for one of the few times, and now appears maybe a delay of game is going to be called against Howe.
We have a dead ball foul called against the Dogs, delay of game.
So they'll back it up 5, and Howe will start 1st and 15 here with 8:51 left to go in the second.
Noah Campbell is coming onto the field. I wonder if they didn't have enough players on.
Well, with the Waldrop injury, they are having to scuffle a little bit. Noah Campbell is coming up to the tight end position as Haley looks like he's going under center. 2 men in the backfield. This is a wing T look, traditional wing T look. And this is going to be a handoff to the fullback, straight up the middle, 2-3 yards up to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line.
Now, does that look like 1985, 1988? With
the uniforms and that was 1985 right there, baby.
Feel like you went in a time machine.
Let's see who got the carry there. Was that Thornton?
No, I believe it was Thornton.
Okay, I was about to say if that was Carson Daniels getting the carry, number 20, that would have been Stephen Ogle right there. That'd been right in my wheelhouse. 2nd down and about 13 coming up. Toss left side. Thornton looking for a hole, runs into the back of Jaron Ing, but he'll push him forward a few yards up to the 44-yard line.
I like this offense here where they're not always in shotgun. They have multiple looks. They're not afraid to go under center, have a split backfield, go into a wing T formation. They pitched it out there that time to Thornton, and Thornton gets a couple of yards there, but it's going to be a 3rd and long now. We'll see if Haley, see the arm of Haley.
Yeah, there's 8 minutes on the clock. This game going very slow.
Yes.
And it's hot out there, and the injuries are starting to happen. And in the second half we're going to have those cramps. It's going to happen. So trying to maybe kill some clock here and get through this and speed it up a little bit. 3rd down and 9. Haley looks to throw down the field, is looking for Harmon, makes the catch. It goes through his hands at the 30-yard line, incomplete.
Harmon got behind the coverage, and I don't know exactly where the ball was supposed to be placed, but Harmon was having to look both ways over his shoulder, over left and right shoulder, and just couldn't get a read on it, and falls incomplete.
So that'll bring up a punt situation for Howe as Jalen Thornton will check into the game to punt this one away. Ball is resting at the 44-yard line on the Howe side of the field. Jalen Thornton will stand at about the 35. Blake Smith for S&S will back up to the north side of the field at about the 25-yard line. Thornton's kick is a wobbly end-over-end kick. Blake Smith caught it, dropped it. This may be Howe's ball at the 20-yard line. Jordan Jones recovers the fumble. He's tackled by J.C. Helpenstill, celebrating, and Howe's got the ball at the 19.
There's the break that the Bulldogs need. Great job, Jordan Jones. As soon as that ball was dropped, Jordan Jones was like a missile as he just came in there and just scooped that ball in there and recovered it.
So Howe with a fresh set of downs deep in the S&S side of the field at the 19-yard line. 7:25 on the clock here in the second.
Now you've got to capitalize. Another turnover here converted. Another turnover here by the Bulldogs, or by the Rams. Chance for the Bulldogs to capitalize on this.
So 1st and 10, right to left. Haley in the gun, has Noah Campbell in the backfield and Carson Daniels. Jalen Thornton in the backfield. Haley wants to throw it in the end zone. This one's going to be intercepted about 8 yards deep in the end zone. He was looking for Jordan Jones, and who found it was, I believe, Blake Smith. The young man who just fumbled the punt return is going to come up with the interception. Yeah, is that right? Is that 15? I believe that's 15. It might be 13.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't tell it's 15 or 13. But, yeah, that was on the back of the end zone there. I don't think Jones was able to get to it. And whoever that was, Smith or Falegi?
I think it's Falegi who made the interception, actually.
Interception in the back of the end zone there. And so another missed opportunity by the Bulldogs.
So Haley's third interception of the year in his second game. And, boy, unfortunately, they're coming right down there in the end zone area. So S&S will have the ball. 7:18 on the clock. They'll take over at their own 20, I believe. This is going to be a handoff. Nothing doing there as the dog pound defense will knock him down at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, swarming defense there by the Bulldogs. Drop, who was that? Was that Jackson, I think? Back for a loss.
So checking into the game now is McSpedden again, and he'll be to the left of Reynolds, who's in the gun. Two receivers either side. Reynolds wants to look near side. Whistle's blowing. This is going to be a false start against S&S. They'll back it up 5. So second down and about 18 coming up for S&S.
Bulldog defense has done a great job there of aside from, again, that first play of the game, when Devin Jackson scored, they've been able to keep this Ram offense from moving very much.
Penalty being marked off against the Rams.
So they'll back this one up to about the 13-yard line, should be, maybe 12. And Reynolds again in the gun. And McSpedden in the backfield to his right. Two receivers to the right, two receivers to the left. 23 on the play clock and counting. 20. Now it's a fumbled snap. McReynolds gets it. Now rolls right, wants to run. Out of the pocket, now throws it on the run. Looking for Blake Smith. Incomplete. He was close to being over the line of scrimmage when he threw the football, but no flag. And now it'll bring up a 3rd and 18.
And that all started with Noah Campbell coming blitzing from the right side there and made Reynolds uncomfortable. Reynolds had to hurry up and avoid Campbell, and then kind of threw it that quicker than he wanted to, kind of off balance as well and off target. It's a good job there by Noah Campbell.
3rd and 18 coming up. Another bobbled snap. This is going to be a handoff to McSpedden, who is going to be brought down almost immediately. About a 2-yard gain, and it's 4th down, and we nearly got an air Zagleski.
Zagleski put two arms in the air after that, after the minimal gain there by the Rams.
It's getting warm up here.
It is.
So Blake Smith, I believe. Let's check. It's Keen Ortega, who is back deep to punt this one away, standing just outside of the goal line. Not much of a rush. A high kick. Harmon calling for it. Harmon catches it on the house side of the field at the 47, trying to make a move. Does make a move. He's got the 40, 35, 30. Down the sideline, 20, tiptoeing, 5. Touchdown time in Texas. But there's a flag down, or he stepped out of bounds. There's a flag down at the 33-yard line.
I think the flag's going to be on the Bulldogs, but Harmon avoided a tackler, and he got a wall set up there right there near on this side of the field there on the Bulldog side, and was able to tiptoe that down that sideline. Let's see if the flag, it is on the Bulldogs,
It's going to be a block in the back, says Carson Grogan, and they will back this one up. That's a pretty good penalty right there.
Penalty against the Dogs.
So still with good field position, but now at the 35 is what Howe will start with right here. So, sorry. Ball at the 35 for Howe. There is 5:48 on the clock. And we'll go with that. We'll see 35, carry the 1. Here we go. 1st and 10. Right to left. Carson Daniels goes in motion. One of the first times we've seen that. This is going to be a handoff to Jalen Thornton. Bounces it out right. Cuts it back left towards the middle. Going to gain 1. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Jalen Thornton.
Simple out formation there. Got Daniels, the lead blocker there, and Thornton able to only get a yard, maybe 2 on that one. Again, just another multiple look here. They're not always a shotgun. They're going under center some.
After this play, we'll check down with our Knight Furniture sideline reporter. Austin Haley is going to go under center. Thornton in the backfield sends a man in motion, which is Daniels again. A bad snap. Haley has to fall on it. 3rd down and 9 or 10 coming up after a yard loss.
Haley recovers.
How goes it?
Pretty good. Following that interception from Haley just a little bit ago, he came back to the sideline, and Lynch just reminded him to slow it down. 1, 2, 3, pass. Take his time. It'll be all right.
Yeah, the freshman, this game goes really fast. And even though Haley, a very level-headed kid, nothing seems to bother him, or Daniels or Bearden, but still, the game does go a little fast for 14 years old for sure, especially at the varsity level with the lights on. Timeout's been called. We will take one, too. We'll be right back right after this.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in, and all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
3rd down and 10 coming up, right to left. Howe at the SNS 35-yard line. Good to see Moondog on the field again. Great to see Moondog. Haley goes under center and trying to draw somebody off sides, and I think Howe jumped. A little movement early on the left side of the line, and Howe, instead of having a 3rd and 10, looks like they're going to have a 3rd and 15.
Yeah, try to draw SNS offside and end up drawing themselves offside.
The officials are still talking about it, but the SNS Rams are clapping, and it is going to be a false start against Howe. Back it up to the 40.
5-yard penalty being marked off.
Well, actually spotted at the 30. Was that a 3-yard penalty? It was spotted at the 38. Maybe my eyesight is a little bit off, but
I think it was 5 yards. I think it was at the 33 before.
So the ball at the 38-ish. And now they'll get out of that tight formation. Haley will drop back in the normal set of the gun. Daniels to his right. Haley rolls out right, wanting to throw. Deep down the field, looking for Louder, and this ball is intercepted again inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line.
Pass intended for Louder over on that right side, and I just don't think he put enough on that. I think he needs to put a little bit more on that throw. And was that Baggs that read that? Intercepted that one?
I don't believe it was Baggs, but the defender jumped the route.
Yeah, he read that pretty good because he's got to put a little bit more on that.
I want to say it was Joey Carter. I could be wrong, but he jumped the route, made great position. And here's SNS from about their own 19.
Yes.
4:28 on the clock. And this is Reynolds flushed out of the pocket. They let him go. He was trapped in the backfield, but he's going to escape for a few yards back to the line of scrimmage, and we're looking at about a 2nd down and 10. For a moment, it looked like Reynolds was going to be dropped for a big loss.
Yeah, good coverage on the backside, good rushing on the pass rush there on the front line there. I believe Jackson Atkins may have got in there and made him uncomfortable and made him flushed him out of the pocket there, and lost a couple of yards on that one.
So back to the 18 or 17-yard line. Reynolds on 2nd down. He is going to hand off near side. Jackson back in the game. Has a big hole right side, and he's going to have a 1st down, more than likely crossing the 30 to the 31-yard line. They will move the sticks.
Jackson with there was a draw there and broke to the outside. Jackson's been the one guy that the Bulldogs have had trouble kind of containing at times.
1st down and 10. Jackson is obviously their best runner. Reynolds, handoff, Jackson, right side. Right there is Matthew Bearden to bring him down for a loss. The freshman making the play.
Good job there by Bearden. Yeah, shed his block there and took down Jackson there almost with one arm before the rest of the cavalry came. Good job there by Bearden on that front line. He's a big boy.
2nd down and 9 coming up. They'll give him a yard to the 31-yard line.
You got a little beef up there on that front line. Ing and Bearden.
2 receivers either side. Reynolds in the gun. Jackson not moving very quickly. Reynolds over across the middle. Caught and dropped. Looking for his big sophomore right there. It falls incomplete as his intended receiver was Rainey. And I thought for a moment that Louder was going to step up and make the pick. But all of a sudden Rainey showed up. And it's 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, slant across the middle. Louder right there. A little bit off target there to Rainey. And another 4th down here for the Rams.
3rd and 9. Reynolds looks right, now looks left. Being chased by Ing, being chased by Bearden, runs right up the middle. He's got a lot of room near side. 1st down and more before finally being brought down by Harmon just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
He's got some speed there. Reynolds has some speed when he needs to use it. Again, we haven't seen it only a couple of times there, but he's able to convert the 3rd down on that one. And good tackle, open field tackle there by Harmon.
17 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10 for S&S near midfield, and a timeout has been called by Howe. We'll take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
1st and 10 for Howe, left to right, or for S&S rather, left to right. Reynolds was in the gun. This is the 6th play of the drive for the Rams. McSpedden into the backfield, stands just to the right of Reynolds, who wants to throw deep down the field. Right in the middle of the field, looking for Blake Smith. Almost intercepted by Elvington. It would have been his 3rd. It hit him right where it's not supposed to, right in the numbers.
I'll tell you what, he lofted that in the air, and Elvington was reading that the whole time. And I think Blake Smith, that was intended for Smith, wasn't it?
It was.
Intended for Smith. I think Smith came right in front of the ball just at the right time when Elvington was trying to intercept that, hit him right in the breadbasket and out of his hands.
So, I wonder how large his eyes were at that moment. Here's some McSpedden on the carry as we get a fist pump Zagleski after about a 1.5 yard gain to the 50-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Zagleski say his ankle was hurting him. That's why we don't see a lot of air under him.
So far. We'll see how how that ankle goes as the season goes. There's a handoff Jackson, and he's going to be bottled up, looking for somewhere to go, though. A big kid rumbles forward for a couple of yards when there was nothing to gain, and it's 4th down on the Howe side of the field at the 48.
Good job there by the Bulldogs, kind of clogged up that middle there. Jackson didn't have a lot of room to get anywhere and brings up a 4th down. And is this punt territory right here at the 48, the Bulldog 48?
Well, there's 2 minutes and 2:05 left to go before the half. And it could, we'll see. The timeout looks like S&S may call a timeout. Is that what's going on, or is it an official timeout? No, I haven't seen an indication of who called it, but we need to take one. We'll take one. We'll be right back right after this.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
Well, as a sideline warning, possibly, as the officials called the timeout, and the clock wasn't running. That was it. That's the reason they stopped. So it's 4th down for S&S, and quickly entering the game is the offense, and they have to get on the field real quick. One of the offensive linemen has to sprint, as Reynolds is looking to the sideline with his palms to the sky, as if, what are we doing here? Are we going to punt? Are we going to go for it?
Play clock's about
we're
down.
short a man, and somebody tried to run on the field, and now a timeout's been called by S&S. And we'll take another one. We're going to have some good commercials tonight. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
All right. So we're back. Well, S&S is back on the field. Hal's still talking about it.
Monty, we got a text in. Stephen Braswell is listening to us.
Hey, how about that?
So we're got a great broadcast tonight. So.
Hey,
they got a big game tomorrow.
Yeah, you betcha. Hello, Mr. Braz. We miss you up here.
We do. We do.
4th down and punt time, it appears now for S&S, as they'll line up in punt formation. And Harmon and Arturo Louder will go back deep. From the 40 is Ortega's punt. It's going to be a wobbly line drive kick going down the sidelines, and Louder just let it go right past him, right down the sidelines to about the 12, 13-yard line. He'll kill it perhaps at the 14.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Lynch, Coach Jay do on this drive. You've got the ball at your own 14. 1:14 to go in the first half. You've got the lead. The offense has been able to move until it gets down in the red zone, and then it kind of sputters. But to see it, I wonder if they would try to score here in this, and you got one timeout in your back pocket.
The one thing you must make sure is that you don't give up points right here before the half.
Don't turn the ball over.
You can't turn the ball over, give them a chance to score, because they open the second half with the football. You get double points there if you mess up here.
Mm-hmm.
Haley in the gun, sends Daniels in motion, and this is a handoff to Thornton. Spinning out of one tackle, spinning out of two tackles, and down after about a 5-yard gain near the 20-yard line to the 19.
Thornton just with a tough run there. Got a stretch play to the right side. And again, he gets hit, and he spins, he keeps going. The Bulldogs trying to go fast here.
What a great surprise for the Howe Bulldogs that Jalen Thornton has been in 2 weeks. There's a handoff again to Thornton, looking for the far sideline, and he's going to hit the pylon as he goes out of bounds, which would assume it would be a first down near the 24-yard line.
Good job by Thornton. He got the handoff there and kind of waited for his blocks to form there, to materialize, and then got behind him and got it close to first down and out of bounds too.
They'll say he's a yard short. So 3rd down and 1 coming up. Clock rolling, or actually clock stopped at 43 seconds. You got to pick up the first down here. Daniels in a slot, and he goes in motion to the near side. There's a handoff to Thornton again. First down and more. Right side, slung down near the 35-yard line.
Nice run by Thornton.
About a 10-yard gain for Thornton.
That's a great run there. And you needed that first down there, because if they were to stop them there, Rams could call a timeout. They would have got the ball here with a little bit of time left in the first half. But good job by the Bulldogs to get the first down.
We mentioned last week that Haley had his Gronk, and his Gronk's not in the game. He's been struggling, and here's a fumble. Haley dropped it, I believe, in the backfield, and it's recovered by Howe. But that's a loss of about 7, back to the 27-yard line.
That's a big loss there, and the clock is ticking, and the Bulldogs don't seem to be in a hurry, so they may just go in the locker room with a 6-point lead.
Clock right now at 14. They do not have to snap it, and I don't think they will. The offense looks like they're coming off the field. Well, they were for a moment, waiting for it to roll down. 3, 2, 1. That is the longest first half we've been a part of in a very, very long time. Normally, how Bulldog football goes very fast because you're running the football. Not these days. New offense, new philosophy, and you better get a new clock. 13-7, Howe in the lead. We're at half. We've got the Old Men in the Coffee Shop, Baker's AC and Heating halftime show coming up here in just a moment. We'll be right back right after this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Well, why did they name it Summit?
That's a community it's in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Summit Community, right?
No. Well, Summit Hill was over here, east of town. As you're going out 902, you go around the S-curve, and you straighten out to go towards Tom Bean. That hedgerow that runs up through there, that across that field and all. The last house sat right there just past that hedgerow. And
y'all got you a new car over there?
Pete G lived there.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Welcome to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop Halftime Show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
All right, welcome back here to Bulldog Stadium at the halftime show.
I'm so sorry.
You with us, Caroline?
Yeah. It's here.
Caroline Slauson, I'm Justin White. It's 13-7. The Bulldogs lead the S&S Rams. And
what a game, Justin.
What a long game. This has been a long first half.
That was the longest first quarter. I thought it was just me. I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, it was a long first quarter. It was a long second quarter. It was quite lengthy here.
As y'all can tell because I'm out of breath. Okay, here we go.
But 13-7 is our score. Again, the Bulldogs lead the Rams. You know, as far as the way the first half has looked, it didn't look good for the Bulldogs starting out there. Opening kickoff, the Bulldogs return the kickoff and fumble the ball. Rams get the ball first play, I believe. Mm-hmm. A swing pass over to Devin Jackson. He runs in from about 21 yards out, from about 18 yards out, and scores the first point. And I think the whole stadium was just shell-shocked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's.
What were they like on the sidelines with that? Like when?
Like I mentioned, Coach, they weren't happy. And the rest of us were just kind of like the air out of our tires pretty quickly.
Well, the good thing I was saying was that it was early on. It was just it was literally the first 45 seconds of the game. So you had a whole game to get going. You just had to kind of put that behind you. You know, one thing too with looking at Austin Haley, And if you get a chance to talk to him,
Yes.
I'm kind of curious.
Yes.
I wonder how he has adjusted to the speed of this game. If it's been something like it's faster than what he thought, or it's about what he thought, or I wonder how he's just. If you get a chance to ask him, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, but like I said, I believe it was the second quarter. He had come off the field after throwing that interception in the end zone, and Coach Lynch just reminded him to slow down, not to rush. 1, 2, 3, pass, and it'd be all right. Although that third interception came after that, so.
I've made a couple of notes here, things that kind of highlight the first half, just things to think about when we can talk about. First thing was, again, the opening fumble. SNS scored on the next play. And then the Bulldogs get the ball at about midfield, just about, maybe about the 45-yard line on in the Rams side of the ball. And first play of the game of their possession, they get to Jalen Thornton, and Thornton goes the other way on the quick bubble
Thought
screen.
he was going down. Thought he had got tackled, and he's still which he's done several times.
He's
tonight.
hard to. Not a very big kid, but man, he's so hard to tackle.
Him and Leighton Elvington are just killing it tonight.
Yeah, and that was my next thing was Elvington's got 2 interceptions, almost had 3 down here.
Yes.
He missed one that was downfield and hit him right there in the stomach, but not able to hang on. So he's got 2 interceptions. Another big one, we don't know what the situation is. Don't want to speculate, but Stephen Waldrop lost him in the first half there, and he was kind of a nice safety valve there for Haley.
Yeah, don't know, haven't heard from the medical staff, but when he went down, it was very quick. You could tell he was very hurt instantly.
And we had said earlier he was not putting any pressure on his right leg.
Not at all.
Too, and then we look at they've been in the red zone. I've counted twice. I think they may have been in there more than that, but they've thrown 2 interceptions. They're in the red zone when they've been close to scoring. And again, those are just missed opportunities there by the Bulldogs.
Well, I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but those mistakes that we saw last week, the snaps and things like that, those seems to be cleaned up from last week. So
it's just times when I think when Haley's throwing, he's just throwing the 2 interceptions that have been down here have been just doing a lot of traffic, trying to force the ball into somewhere where it's not there, and they end up getting picked off. But you think about it, the Bulldogs probably should be up by more than just a touchdown.
Well, and I'm by no means a pro or anything, but this Haley does not look like he's a freshman quarterback to me. I haven't seen many, so I'm not sure. But I think
each possession he looks more and more mature and more comfortable.
Really,
right there.
real smooth and a lot.
I mean, still a freshman, still 14 years old.
But I thought he is going into the second half. What do you think that they need to work on?
I think as far as with Haley, I think just trying to make better decisions with the ball. Again, he's thrown 3 interceptions here in the first half, so I think he's and I think trying to give the ball to Jalen Thornton a lot more. I think at some point he's going to break one open here. I think him and defense, I think, has been playing well. We talked so bad about the defense last week, at least in the first half. The second half they did pretty good. Gave some back-breaking plays last week in the second half, but tonight here in the first half, they've done pretty well and locked down the offense of the Rams.
One last thing that we were talking about Haley, and as a freshman, the other freshman, Matthew Bearden, is just doing incredible. Got several tackles tonight. So these freshmen are just, it doesn't seem to phase them that much. 14 years old, looking pretty good. So we'll come back here to Bulldog Stadium, 13-7. Howe up on SNS. The score at half. We'll look at some scores around the area and some stats from tonight's game.
Well, why did they name it Summit?
That's a community it's in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Summit Community, right?
No. Well, Summit Hill was over here, east of town. As you're going out 902, you go around the S-curve, and you straighten out to go towards Tom Bean. That hedgerow that runs up through there, that across that field and all, the last house sat right there just past that hedgerow. And
y'all got you a new car over there?
Pete G lived there.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop halftime show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
Blake Burnett, a.k.a.
The Blizzard.
The Blizzard. Man, I'm really talking loud tonight, aren't I? I don't think he likes that nickname as much as we like it, but I mean, whatever. All right, so looking at some scores around the area, Sherman playing Brewer. I do not know where Brewer is at.
It's Fort Worth Brewer, I think.
All right,
I believe.
20-3, Sherman on top of Brewer on the road tonight. Denison, Frisco Centennial. The Spartans on top of Denison, 36-21. 5 minutes, 37 seconds left in the third quarter.
Some scores here in our district. Bonham trailing Nevada Community 42-14. Leonard up on Commerce at the half by 2, 16-14. Van Alstyne is getting shut out at half by Sunnyvale, number 10 ranked Sunnyvale Raiders 31-0. That's at the half. Rains trailing Malakoff, one of the top teams in the state of Texas in Class 3A. They're trailing 35-7. Pottsboro up on Gunner 13-0. Gunner highly ranked.
What?
And then a shootout over in Paris over between Chisholm and Lone Oak. That's 28-26. Chisholm leads Lone Oak.
I just almost said S&S.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Bell's playing Wolf City tonight in Wolf City. 14-12, 9 minutes, 56 seconds of the third quarter. Close game over there. Tom Bean playing Prairie Land on the road in Prairie Land tonight. 22-0 after that 7-6. Now I can't even remember who won that game last week. White Wright versus Honey Grove halftime. 22-7, Honey Grove on top of White Wright. And you already said Lone Oak, so that's what we got. All right. I'm sorry.
Did you do Aubrey and Whitesboro?
I did not.
That's tied at 7 in the third quarter. So these games are starting to get in the third quarter. Here we are finishing up halftime.
I am so glad it wasn't just me, because I was like, this is just the longest first quarter of my life. Well, let's bring in the man of the hour, Blake the Blizzard Burnett, for some stats of the first half. Here you go.
Are y'all ready for
Blake,
stats?
You got us?
Let's get after this. As Howe is leading 13-7. This has been a long first half, y'all. Austin Haley has looked like a freshman at times tonight with the 3 interceptions. But to start the game, he hit Jalen Thornton for a big touchdown on a swing pass. He is 8 of 19 for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns with the 3 interceptions so far. Jalen Thornton is leading us on the ground with 11 carries and 34 yards. 4 catches, 92 yards, and the 2 big touchdown passes from Haley tonight. Caden Harmon has 1 carry and 2 yards. He brings in 1 catch and 5 yards, and he had a huge drop on a third down earlier in the game. It would have been a touchdown if he would have just caught the ball. Arturo Louder, 3 catches and 20 yards. 1 was a big third down for about 14 yards. On defense, Leighton Elvington has 2 interceptions tonight and a forced fumble with 5 tackles. J.C. Helpensell has 6 tackles tonight. Jackson Atkins leads the D-line with 5 tackles and a sack. Jordan Jones playing big on special teams and defense with 1 tackle and 2 fumble recoveries. The 2 things that are killing the Howe Bulldogs tonight, 6 penalties for 65 yards and the 2 red zone interceptions by Austin Haley tonight. As now we will move on over to the S&S stats. Chase Reynolds, 3 of 12, 24 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks. As the second play of the game, he hit Devin Jackson for a big touchdown, about 14 yards it was. Running, Chase Reynolds averages 7 carries, 30 yards. Devin Jackson, 7 carries, 34 yards. And they've thrown this little speedster in, McSpedson, 4 carries for 30 yards. Jackson leads the way on defense for S&S tonight, 6 tackles and an interception. Joey Carter has 2 tackles and a pick, and Kenan Felingi has 1 interception as well tonight.
How many yards passing did you say Reynolds has? 12, 24?
3 of 12 for 24 yards.
3 of 12 for 24 yards.
Yeah, he's not looked good tonight throwing the football.
You know, I don't know if you're listening earlier. I'll kind of go back over this. I was looking at some notes that I kind of made throughout the first half, and kind of tell me, we'll just kind of bounce things off of each other. I talked about that opening drive there when Bulldogs fumbled on the first kickoff of the game.
Yep.
SNS scored, and then Bulldogs get the ball on a weird kickoff that went out of bounds at about midfield. I don't know if it was supposed to be kind of a pooch kick and just went out of bounds, but it gave the Bulldogs great field position, and then they score on the first play of the game on that screen pass to Thornton.
On that kickoff, their kicker is a female, and she's booted the ball good other than that one play, but it was a set play SNS had. It was a set on side as the last guy out here outside the numbers was sprinting to catch the ball. She just kicked it a little too hard.
And so that ended up costing them field position, but again, Bulldogs were able to score there on that pass to Thornton. We talk about Elvington, who's had 2 interceptions here tonight, and you said he's got 4 forced fumbles?
1 forced fumble.
1 forced fumble.
5 tackles.
Okay.
That fumble on the sideline that Jordan Jones recovered.
Okay. Jones did recover that then.
Yes,
Okay.
Jones did recover that.
Yeah. So he's kind of been like he's been a nice little addition there for the Bulldogs, as far as defensively.
Another thing that will hurt the Howe Bulldogs here tonight in the second half is the loss of Stephen Waldrop.
Yeah.
As it is showing on offense and defense right now.
That was my first, or my next note was losing Waldrop. You got Noah Campbell who will come in offensively for him. I think defensively as well he'll come in at linebacker.
Yes, he's coming in on both.
So we'll see kind of how he'll be able to adjust there coming in for Waldrop. You talked about as well the 2 interceptions in the red zone there by Haley. Did it look like he was just kind of trying to force one in there, throwing traffic?
The first one, the defender was Devin Jackson for SNS. He never moved. He stood right there and he threw it right to him. The second one, right after a turnover, I guess Coach Lynch wanted to take a shot, and he just overthrew his man.
Yeah. So again, a freshman quarterback you got, that'll come with time.
Yes.
And I'm sure with looking at film and things like that, he'll figure it out. That they'll read your eyes. There, if you're not careful, as an old coach used to say to me, if you send them a letter when you throw it to them, you look them right in the eye. Somebody's gonna be able to read that and see you. So watch him. So that'll be something for Haley as he moves on.
Haley has impressed me tonight with how he stands in the pocket with the poise and will take the hit as he throws the ball. Though.
Yeah,
he's done that 3 or 4 times tonight.
He's done that. And we haven't talked a lot about the offensive line. Would you say they've done a pretty good job of pass protection so far these first couple of games?
Yeah, Haley has not been sacked tonight, so that's a positive as always, and he's only been hit those 4 times, and he got the pass off, but one of them, he scrambled a little bit, and when he threw it, it was the play that Steven got hurt, sadly. It was just a little behind him, and then the defender hit his knee.
Yeah, so he stood in there and taking his lumps. For sure, but yeah, I would say the offensive line has done a pretty good job, and I think that was something that the Bulldogs may have worried a little bit about was if this offensive line is going to be able to protect him. Again, we talked about the 2 interceptions. One of the interceptions too was after the Bulldogs, I think, recovered a fumble down here deep in.
Yes, the muff punt.
Yeah,
and took a shot and into the end zone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Jones came down and recovered that fumble, and then the very next play, or a few plays later, that's when. Bulldogs threw the interception.
Yeah, it looked like the coaches wanted to reward Jones for the play on the special teams, and they threw him a shot in the end zone and he just overthrew it.
Yes. And so, again, adjustments in the second half?
Get the ball to Thornton.
Is that what and I said the same thing. I think let's keep doing that.
I say the swing pass, we haven't gone back to it really since. It would look good if we hit it again. And then we need some more stretch runs.
Defensively, the Bulldogs have played pretty well. Their tackling has been a lot better that second half, or the first half. As far as ball pursuit, they've done a good job. And but I think they've done a good job of the first defense in the first half.
Yes, not as many missed tackles tonight as we had, or the Howe Bulldogs had last week.
Yep. All right, we're going to take another break here. The band's coming off the field, and we'll come back here in just a few moments.
Well, why did they name it Summit?
That's a community it's in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Summit Community, right?
No. Well, Summit Hill was over here, east of town. As you're going out 902, you go around the S-curve, and you straighten out to go towards Tom Bean. That hedgerow that runs up through there, that across that field and all, the last house sat right there just past that hedgerow. And
y'all got you a new car over there?
Pete G lived there.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Welcome back. Let's recap this first half for you. If there's any indication it was going to be, yeah, sure, thank you. Roger Tidwell, no, thank you. He brings me a Snickers, and he didn't pinch me. We hadn't had a pinch this week, so I'm a little worried. So let's recap it. It didn't start well for Howe. If there was any indication that there might be some turnovers tonight, it happened on the very first kickoff of the game. It was kicked to Kirshner, who ran up for a few yards and fumbled it, which gave SNS the ball at the 20, if I can read my handwriting, 22-yard line. And they quickly got on the board. And let me turn that down. Quickly got on the board and went 2 plays, 22 yards, capped off by an 18-yard touchdown from Reynolds to Jax. Is that right? Jackson, that's my handwriting there. From Reynolds to Jackson. That gave SNS a 7-0 lead with 11:15 in the first quarter. Gave it back to Howe, and Howe started at the 45-yard line, took 1 play, went 45 yards. It was Austin Haley to Jalen Thornton, and that tied the game 7-7 with 7:05 left to go in the first. SNS got the ball back with 10:50 left to go in the first at their own 27-yard line. 3 plays later, Leighton Elvington got the first of his 2 first-half interceptions. Howe's next possession ended in a punt. SNS's next possession ended in Elvington's second interception. Howe punted again on the 7th possession of the game, which gave it to SNS, who punted back to Howe. So Howe took over at the 42-yard line. A lot of mistakes going on in this football game, but one mistake was not a 21-yard touchdown from Haley again to Thornton. 21 yards, 3 plays, 42 yards on the drive. Howe took the lead for the first time tonight at the 3:36 mark in the first quarter, 13-7, as Kevin Flores had his extra point blocked. Hopefully that won't come back to play it later on in this football game. SNS's next possession went 4 plays and a punt, and they gave it back to Howe at their own 37, at the SNS 37-yard line. Howe drove it all the way down 10 plays to the SNS 5-yard line, and it was ended on an interception over the middle. It was Haley's first interception of the night. And then SNS took the ball at 10:49 left to go in the second quarter and drove 7 plays before they fumbled. And Jordan Jones got the fumble recovery. Howe took it at the 8:51 mark, went 4 plays and punted. Jones got another fumble recovery on the punt, which gave Howe the ball in great shape at the 19-yard line and looking like they're about to extend the lead right there. But Haley threw his second interception of the game on the first play at the 19-yard line. Gave it back to SNS, but the dog defense held and forced SNS to punt. We got the heater on? Or the door was maybe, I think the door might have been open. And then Howe's next possession started at their own 35 and ended up in another interception, Haley's third of the night, which gave it to SNS at their own 19-yard line, but they punted again. So a lot of punts in this game. Howe took it at their own 13-yard line, went 5 plays, killed the clock, got out of there, and here we are at the half, about to start the second half, and the SNS Rams back out on the field. I think the Dogs may be in the tunnel. We still got a few minutes. We're going to take another quick timeout before we come back here for the second half. Here at Bulldog Stadium, it's homecoming. Jaron Ing is your king. Allie Harvey is your queen. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
You win the most weird.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in, and all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
Welcome back. We're just about ready for the second half, I believe. I think there's 2:31. Hey, we heard it was a huge crowd here. It's hard to tell. We look out in the stands. There's a lot of people here, but you know how you really tell is by looking in the at the parking situation. And from what I understand, the parking lot is completely full all the way past the softball field, and it's there's parking on the highway all the way down. So big, huge crowd for homecoming here in 2019 at Bulldog Stadium. If you talk to offensive coordinator Nate Lynch, apparently in between pickles we hear, he'll talk about turf. He wants turf over here. And you know, there's been some conversation about how do you get turf on this field. Here come the Bulldogs out of the tunnel. But with Nate Lynch and his wide open offense and the speed that Howe possesses with that certain type of offense, you know, any kind of a turf situation gives you an extra advantage. It's just a little bit quicker on turf than on grass. And if it's pretty obvious if he had his wish, there'd be turf down here next year. But then there comes the conversation, well, if you do turf on the field, do you do the track at the same time and make it an official 8-lane track? And if you do that, then you're talking about moving the bleachers on the far sideline back a little bit. You're probably going to have to cut into the concession stand, so that's got to be redone. The stands over here would have to be redone. And now you're talking about millions of dollars worth of construction just to put turf on the field. Or you just put turf on the field and just live with everything else.
Yeah, that's a lot of remodeling. That's and that money's got to come somewhere.
Going to be number 9, Kevin Flores, teeing up the ball.
We have Stephen Waldrop in street clothes now, which is not a good sign.
No.
For the Bulldogs as we're getting ready here to start the second half. Flores to boom this one away on the Tech Wave kickoff. S&S will start with the football. We assume the high kick's going to be taken at the 21-yard line. Coming near side Ortega. That's not Ortega. And he'll make his way to the 37-yard line. And on the return was Cannon Fellagy. Right?
I think it's
Fellagy. So first down, left to right now. S&S.
Number 24, along with Ellington.
The first down at about the 37-yard line.
Well, I wonder what adjustments the Bulldogs made in the second half. Coach Jay talked about in the coaches show course, you didn't get to hear the coach show in the pregame, but if you heard it earlier in the week or earlier in the day, it talked about not being able to make adjustments during the game very much, but they could do it at halftime. It's been to see what they did.
So here we go to start this very long game in the second half. And Reynolds wants to throw the deep ball on first down, and it is knocked away. A nice play on defense. And it appears that is Jordan Jones. No, it's Jalen Thornton into the game on defense. Nice play there just to knock that ball away. Second down and 10 coming up.
Rams have tried to do that a few times, try to go long downfield. And Bulldogs done a pretty good job there being in coverage. Thornton able to knock that away.
Here's a handoff to Jackson over right guard, and he'll be knocked down after a 1-yard gain. Good job there by Jackson Adkins.
Atkins, him on that line there with Ing and Bearden clogging up that middle, put a 3rd and long situation for the Rams.
3rd down and 7 coming up for S&S. Here's the handoff to Jackson left side, and he beats Matthew Bearden to the corner. Not enough for a first down. He slides out of bounds near the 45-yard line. They'll spot him at about the 44.
Good pursuit there by Bearden. Yeah, Jackson outran Bearden, but Bearden stayed with him as long as he could and tried to at least force him out until some of the faster defenders were able to come there and slow him down.
4th down for S&S on their side of the field, so that means punt time. Harmon will go back along with Arturo Lauder to return the punt. Ortega to punt this one away with his heels standing on the 30-yard line. A high snap, goes up for it, brings it down. Quickly kicks it away, a high end-over-end kick that's going to bounce maybe 3 yards and be killed somewhere around the 26-yard line, where Howe will set up shop for the first time here in the second half. Lots of punts for S&S, which is a good sign for that Bulldog defense.
And hopefully the offense can do something with it with the extra possession here. Haley, we talked about in the halftime, the Blizzard told us 8 for 19 with Haley, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. But Jalen Thornton, who had 11 carries and 34 yards, but had 4 catches for 92 yards. So Thornton receiving and running the ball.
First down and 10 as the Bulldogs make their way back out on the field against Stephen Waldrop. Now in street clothes and out of the game, and hopefully not out for the season, as the injury looked pretty bad. Waldrop into the game, split out wide to the right. Haley is going to hand off to Harmon straight up the middle. He spins out of a tackle. He's coming near side, breaks out of another tackle, falling forward. Now jukes a defender, and the ball's on the turf, and S&S has it at the 44-yard line. Harmon kept fighting for more yards and kept spinning and kept trying to break tackles, and finally the ball just squirted out. And a Ram is down at the line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, Caden Harmon, we didn't see a lot of him there in the first half, and he kept trying to break tackles, kept moving them legs. But the good thing is about that is you're going to get a lot of arms, got a lot of hands in there trying to strip that ball away, and the extra effort ended up costing the ball to come out, and Rams recovered. But
boy, you're asking your defense to stay on the field all night here, it seems, with the turnovers. And, at some point the defense just needs a break. And I know it's been halftime and they're just coming out of the half, but still, it'd be nice to get the offense on the field for a long drive. Ball at the 44 in Howe territory. So you would assume that this may be 4-down territory no matter what for S&S as they're on the Howe side.
You would think at this point, yeah. Especially if they're needing a score, need a shot of momentum here. 2
receivers either side. Reynolds in the backfield, or in the shotgun formation. And he wants to throw. The quick hitter on the outside, and a nice play by Jalen Thornton. Or is that Jordan Jones? Jones was out there in coverage, and he picked up the receiver and slung him down. And the intended receiver out there was Cooper Heron. It is a high throw. It went over Heron's head. He went up for it, and when he went up for it, he was hammered by Jones. Second down and 10. Reynolds in the gun. 2 receivers either side. Looks left side again. It's going to be caught by an up man who's brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 coming up.
We're seeing here in this possession here, they're trying some short passes, short intermediate passes, and see if they can get their playmakers in open field. But the Bulldogs are doing a good job staying in their lane, staying on their assignments, and good crisp tackling.
McSpedden in the backfield with Reynolds. He'll stand just to his right on 3rd and 10. Shotgun, low snap, gives it to McSpedden right up the middle. Jackson Adkins right there. bowls him down after a 1 or 2 yard gain. 4th down and 8 coming up at the Howe 42-yard line.
Again, good job there by Atkins on that front line. The junior came on late as a sophomore last year. We found him a nice starting role there on that defensive line, able to clog up the middle.
Well, if there's been a great defensive player tonight, it seems that Jackson Atkins has been that kid. And here's the punt. It's going to be a wobbly kick down at about the 10-yard line. Harmon takes it on the run, coming 10, near side, stops, goes back the other way, looking for somewhere to go. Now breaks a tackle and down at about the 17-yard line. Howe moving right to left. Harmon made the catch on the run and spun out of a couple tackles. Looked good there.
He went east and west for about 20 yards, but only went 10 north and south. So good effort there by Caden Harmon trying to find an opening somewhere. Good job there hanging on the ball, though, too, on that one.
So there's 9:37 on the clock. We're in quarter number 3, and the ball is at the 16-yard line. Howe trapped deep in their own territory. Got to do something here without turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Need a long offensive drive. Harmon will be right behind Haley, who's in pistol formation. Daniel now moves to his right, and a timeout's been called by Howe. Howe is having some difficulties getting that snap off and getting lined up in the right formation. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back as the trainers we're talking to Jordan Jones there for a moment. Ricky Yakes over there kind of working with him a little. He looks okay, but he looks like he might have a bloody nose, and the Ake family is working on that. So here we go, 1st down and 10. Howe at their own 16-yard line, moving right to left. Haley in the pistol, Daniels to his right, Harmon behind him. Harmon gets the carry, right tackle, and he'll plow forward for about 3 or 4 yards near the 20-yard line.
Harmon straight ahead there. In that pistol, got right behind the quarterback there and gets the handoff and goes straight up the middle, got behind the right guard there. Is Atkins. Maybe helping still there on that right side.
Raul Hernandez into the game at right guard. 2nd down and 6 coming up, and again, that one right there may be an indication of what Howe wants to do here. Take some time off the clock and hang on to the football. Here's the same play. Harmon this time bounces it out near side, looking for a block, gets a great block, and has a 1st down, flag down at the 35-yard line. There was a great block on the near side, and it looked like it was Colton Thurman who had a great block and then got knocked down from behind.
We do have a penalty flag.
Thurman, or maybe Hernandez was out there too, and I wonder if that hold or that block is a hold.
It looks like a hold, and it's going to go against Howe. And they may call it on Thurman, but it looked like he had the great edge over there, but maybe that's why he had the edge.
Yeah.
So they're going to call it against Howe, which is a spot foul from apparently the 30. No?
That's what it looks, yeah.
Yeah, apparently so. So they're going to spot the ball at the 20.
So it's either trying to get Harmon involved in the running game, and like you said, trying to maybe get a long methodical drive here.
Haley back in the pistol, will hand off. Harmon straight up the middle, fighting for yardage. 3, 4, moving the pile. Maybe 3, close to the 25, to the 24-yard line for the first time in the second half. Our Knight Furniture sideline reporter, take it away.
Guys, something to be said about these two teams and their coaches. A lot of good sportsmanship going on. No matter what team, if someone goes down, you see people or guys from both teams helping them up, trying to encourage them and get them better.
Well, just as you say that, we've got a cramp issue with one of the SNS Rams offensive linemen, Ethan Thomas, 5'10", 240-pound junior. That's a big kid. And his left calf is cramping up. So Ricky Yake and the Yake family are out there tending to Mr. Thomas. So we've got an official timeout on the field.
You called that too. Second half, we were going to start seeing some cramps here in the hot weather and a long game. And our first victim of a cramp.
It's going to happen. It happens every year. At least the past 25 years I've been doing this, you see it in September in the second half all the time. And here's Thomas having to check out of the game. And I'm sure he'll be back in. That's one of those things. It's not one of those, injuries that is going to keep you out of the game unless you're severely dehydrated. So they'll get some liquid in him, and I'm sure he'll be back in a couple of plays once they get that stretched out. Third down and 3 coming up, or third down rather, and 3 coming up for the Bulldogs. And Haley is in the pistol formation. Harmon right behind him, and Daniels in the backfield. Now they look for the signal to the near side. Offensive coordinator Nate Lynch has the play he wants. Austin Haley has the ball. Harmon has the ball, and this is going to be Harmon dropped for a loss and now trying to fight his way out of it. And at some point, the whistles are going to have to blow. That's how kids get hurt.
Hang on the ball.
I know he was trying to fight for more yardage, and I know he was slipping out a little bit, but you got to blow the whistle there. That's how kids end up on the sidelines for the entire year. Fourth down coming up.
And unfortunately, somebody is down now, too, as you spoke that.
So there is an injured Bulldog.
We have an official timeout, injured player on the field.
And
we're trying to find out who it is. It looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 24. So Harmon got back to the line of scrimmage, and here we go. That's a cramp. Right leg this time. And our spotter says it could be Jaron Ing. So the offensive lineman having the cramp issues.
Yeah.
It's not Ing.
My guess is Jackson Atkins, but I don't want to start guessing.
Well, Atkins hasn't been out there on offense. It's been Raul Hernandez in that spot tonight. Hernandez got the late start.
Yeah, true.
And I think it actually might be Harmon. But nope, it is Matthew Bearden. The last number's a 5.
Yeah. I think it was Bearden because he is a 5.
And I see Daddy Bearden coming down there. He's looking, he's going down to the fence. So I think it may be Matthew Bearden. Well, we thank you for joining us tonight. We thank our sponsors who will be with us all year. Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Bucksnort Barbecue, Tech Wave, our kickoff sponsor, Ed Meacham State Farm, who does our senior spotlight, the Knight Furniture, who sponsors Sweet Caroline down there. FBC Howe sponsors our coaches show. Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance here in Howe, GCEC, our old men in the coffee shop Baker halftime show, Baker AC. That was a good one tonight. That was Jimmy Don McMillian telling us where Summit actually was. He's not real happy about naming that school that. We have Hit Exteriors LLC, who sponsors our starting lineup, and our scoring drive recap. And here we go, fourth down, and it's punt time for Howe. Jalen Thornton into the game, and his heels will touch at about the 12-yard line as S&S sends nobody back. Are they going to bring the house here? Well, look out. 4th and 2. S&S taking no chances. Jalen, a high snap, brings it down, quick kick, and it might have been partially blocked. It goes straight up, and it's going to take a bounce to where Hunter Brusso catches it. He might got a few more yards out of that if Brusso didn't catch it.
Ball is down.
But the ball's going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. S&S in great shape here on the Howe 40.
I tell you what, that was a little dicey there for a second. Thornton knew the kitchen sink was coming at him because they were barreling down on him. He had to hurry up and get rid of it. He got hit as he kicked that ball. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, no flag was thrown. But good job there by Thornton to at least hurry up and get rid of that thing.
So 1st and 10 for S&S. It's not the half anymore.
I know. Stephen Braswell is on it.
Sorry about that.
Braswell's on it. He texted us and said that it's third quarter.
Stephen. Thank you, Mr. Brass. First down and 10, left to right. S&S, Reynolds in the gun, drops back 3 steps, looking across the middle, wanting to throw it, has nowhere to go. Now fires it, home run ball deep down the field. Leighton Elvington makes the pick again, the third of the night. He's going from one side or the other to the 30 and hammered out of bounds at the 33. Gets up and throws the ball and gets a flag. You can't do that, young man. You can't get up and throw the ball.
But there may have been a late hit out of bounds. I wonder if that's what that is, because Coach Jay came up fired up as well.
Yeah, no, the official's saying he threw the ball. So Howe had run the ball back to the 35, and now they're going to switch it on back to the 20 just because Elvington got up and threw the ball.
Elvington let his emotions just get the best of him. He got the hat trick, his 3rd interception of the night, runs it back, and then throws. And he didn't throw it, threw it back in the field of play. Just was pumped up and amped up, and just not a smart decision there by Elvington, unfortunately. And it's going to cost the Bulldogs field position.
You can't do that. So, hey, lessons learned, right? You'd rather learn those lessons in week 2 than the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Do it now.
Or the middle of a district game. You don't want to. I said it last week. You'd rather do this against the S&S's and the Bells and the Boyds instead of the Bonhams and the Van Alstynes and the Commerces of the schedule.
So there's 7:27 on the clock here in the third quarter. Howe is leading 13-7. Do we have no? I thought for a moment we had offsetting, but no, they're going to move this unsportsmanlike conduct penalty back to the 21-yard line, and that's where Howe will start after a pretty good return by Elvington on the pick, but they're going to bring it back to about the spot he caught the ball on the interception. Probably about a 15-yard return, but it's negated by the penalty. So Haley's in the gun, 3 receivers to the near side, and Haley this side of Haley. Daniels their side of Haley. Haley wants to throw, and there could be a flag on Blake Smith. Nothing is called. Smith, and now flags come out very late, so you wonder about this. Is he going to call this on Howe, or is he going to call it on the actual play that they thought was pass interference? Because Thornton was in the area to catch the ball, and I thought he was hit early by Blake Smith. But no flag came out, and now the officials are talking about it. Caroline, do you have anything down there? Did you see any of it?
What I saw of it, I don't believe he was talking to one of the coaches, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. At least the ref on our side was.
So it looks like to me the back judge, or the referee rather, is going to call pass interference against S&S, which is the call. Yes, it should have been.
Smith got there early.
The Howe coaches, when they didn't throw the flag, immediately got upset, and then the late flag came in, and that's when I thought, they're going to throw the flag on Howe's coaching staff for being upset, when in fact they had a reason to be upset because it was a blatant pass interference.
And the flag hadn't come out yet. And then it finally did, so yeah. It looks like they're going to go ahead and move it. That is against the Rams.
So they'll move it out to the 32-yard line. And maybe the happiest guy is Leighton Elvington. It gets him maybe out of trouble a little bit. 1st and 10, a new set of downs for Howe. Right to left from their own 32. And now whistles before this one can get underway. Guys, it's a long game. Let's go. Let's go. And now head coach Josh Alleman from S&S wants to talk to the officials. And he's halfway out on the field. And apparently whatever was said, he's satisfied with. Alleman, a big guy, rumbles back over to the S&S sideline. 1st and 10 for Howe. Right to left. Daniels I got to stop doing that. Haley in the gun. Haley wants to throw right side. He's got his receiver. Wyndon caught it. He could go. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He is
he in?
Touchdown time in Texas. There's a flag, however, on the Howe sideline. It could be a sideline penalty But Wyndon caught it on a slant near midfield and outran the defenders all the way there. The flag is at the 39-yard line on the Howe side.
Haley threaded the needle there to Wyndon, and Wyndon got it behind the covers there and just put it in another gear and just barely able to get to the end zone. He got tackled right about the goal line, but I think he was in. A delayed call by the officials, but a great pass there. And here we get the flag, the sideline infraction.
The touchdown is good. It will stand. There is a sideline infraction. So Howe now, with 19 on the board, going to go for 2, you would imagine, with 7:02. And I need to know, I think that was a 68-yard touchdown from Haley, his 3rd of the night. This one to Wyndon. The first time it was not Jalen Thornton.
And that's his 6th touchdown of the season for Haley.
2 plays and 79 yards on the drive. And now going for 2 are the Bulldogs. Haley in the gun, 2 receivers either side, wants to throw right side, jump ball in the end zone, up, down, 2-point conversion for Harmon as he brings it in, and Howe extends their lead 21-19 here in the 3rd period. 7:02 left to go in the 3rd. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Your Hit Exterior LLC scoring drive recap: 2 plays, 79 yards, capped off by a 68-yard touchdown pass. Haley to Colby Wyndon. Now the pass was only about 10 yards. Wyndon did the rest as he outran the defenders. Got a great angle to the near corner of the end zone in that north end zone. And our new score 21-7 after the Harmon and Haley connection on the 2-point conversion. Here's the kick by Flores. Goes back to the 10-yard line. Going to be taken, I believe, by Blake Smith up the far side. Good return past the 50 to the 49 and Howe side of the field.
Yeah, great pass there again by Haley there on that last play there. He threaded the needle, a slant across the middle, and we knew this offense, it just kind of, it sputtered when it got to the red zone, but we knew it had the potential to score and got the big play there and makes this, gives a little bit more comfortable lead for the Bulldogs, makes it a 2-possession ball game.
The one thing they have this year that they haven't in several years is the quick strike capability.
Absolutely.
Bulldogs showing blitz here on 1st and 10. Handoff to Jackson. He bounces it out to the left, has about 7 yards on 1st down, deeper inside Howe territory to the 43.
Jackson with that run there, he had 7 carries for 34 yards there in the first half. And a lot of that came off that first touchdown of the game, but they're able to get about a 6-yard gain.
2nd down and 3.5, 4 coming up. Handoff Jackson again. He's patient, waits for the blocks, and now runs laterally right down the right side. It's going to be brought down. And we get in there, Sagleski right there, because a great play by Noah Campbell running stride for stride down the line with Jackson makes the play. It's 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Jackson trying to get around that corner there. Yeah, good job there by Noah Campbell. Almost got him around the horse collar there, but able to just bring him down from behind without using the collar to help. So good job, good tackle there by Campbell.
3rd down and 3.5, 4 coming up. Reynolds in the gun. Joey Baggs into the game again. He stands to the right, and this is Reynolds wanting to throw. He's under pressure. He can't escape the blitz of Arturo Louder, and he's dropped back near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I still think that's a good coverage sack there by the Bulldogs. He looked to the left side, looked for Smith, I believe, over there on the left side. Nobody was there. nobody was home, looked around to all his progressions, and then Louder, who came from the cornerback blitz, able to take him out from the right side and bring him down for a loss and bring up 4th down.
You know, the defense has played outstanding tonight so far. You got to give a lot of credit in tonight's game. Not only Noah Campbell, but Colby Wyndon as well, playing in place of Gronk. And here's another sack in the backfield. There's a flag down. And Colby Lappin not happy about something. It's going to go, is it against SNS?
Could be a hold.
It could be a hold, and it is. That was 4th down. That will be declined. It'll be Howe's football.
That was a weird play there. Reynolds went back to pass, and it was almost like the entire, I guess they were maybe trying to set up a screen pass because they let the entire Howe line come through. And he got taken down there before he could even throw the ball. And so a loss of yards on the play plus a 4th down, ball goes over on downs.
It's a crazy game. We've had 26 possessions so far in this game. That's not normal for this point in the football game.
And it's only 21-7.
26 possessions. 1st down and 10. Howe will have it at the SNS 46-yard line. 5:08 on the clock. This is a jet sweep to Thornton, and talk about jet. He's got 9 yards before they even touch him. They'll give him 8, actually, inside the 40 to the 39.
Good. We hadn't seen Thornton in the second half here, but yeah, it's good to see him back here on that jet sweep there. Get him shot off a cannon there and get a good 8-yard gain on the first carry of the second half.
2nd down and about 3. Give him a 7-yard gain on that. Haley in the gun, handoff up the middle. That's Carson Daniels. He had a big hole for a moment. 1st down and more to the 31-yard line. And for one of the rare occasions, Daniels gets the carry, and he takes advantage of it.
I like seeing Daniels here. He's a freshman. He don't get a lot of carries, but got that one right up the middle, held on the ball, and initiated some contact at the end.
1st and 10, right to left. Haley in the gun. Daniels to his right. Daniels gets the ball, left side, and then the ball's on the turf. And a flag is down right at where the ball is. SNS says they have the football, but Daniels, I believe, was down, and Daniels is still down. Nope, he's getting up. And Colby Lappin was down for a moment. So everybody's up. Daniels kind of holds his right hand for a moment, and he's limping a little bit on his right leg, but nothing crazy.
And he lost the ball and looked like the Rams had it. I don't know if he was considered down. I didn't think he was.
The officials are talking about something. And SNS, they're going to give SNS the ball. They're going to say it was a fumble. And here we go with the 27th possession of the game.
It was a hold against the Bulldogs. Penalty declined, and the ball goes back over to the Rams.
33-yard line.
And so a chance for the Bulldogs to blow this one kind of wide open.
Is that what it was? A turnover on downs?
No, sorry, not turnover. It was a fumble.
Yeah.
A fumble, I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. SNS has the ball. Wow, 4:21 on the clock. It's just the 3rd quarter. What time is it? Almost 10?
Yeah.
Holy moly. 1st and 10, left to right. Reynolds in the gun. Officials need to blow the whistle, and they do. Reynolds hands off. Joey Baggs. And he's looking for room, and he is popped by J.C. Helpenstell.
Helpenstell sighting there. Here got through that line, shed his block, and able to take Baggs down right away. Wrapped him up at his feet. Minimal gain.
2nd down and 9 coming up after a 1-yard gain. Reynolds wants it, and he's going to keep it around the left edge. Looking for some room. He's got some room, and then there's a flag down. He escapes the tackle of Leighton Elvington, who tried to tackle his ankles. And now an injured Howe Bulldog is down. And I believe it's going to be Derek Kirshner. There was a flag at about the time Kirshner went down, and he's having a hard time getting up.
He's getting up now.
And there he goes.
Barely, but.
Derek Kirshner, the son of one of the coaches. And he makes his way off the field. So after the flag, we'll see what they do here. They'll mark it against SNS, I'm sure, on this one. It's going to go against SNS. Now, things are kind of slowed down a little bit for a moment, Sweet Caroline. What is the atmosphere down there? Is the crowd thinning out a lot, or what do we got going on?
No, the crowd is not thinning out. These kids, I'm over here on by the band and the student sections right over there. They're still ready to go and ready to get this game maybe over with a win. We keep talking about how long it is, but Michelle, who's our photographer for Howe Enterprise, of course, wanted to let you know that she has shot well over almost 1,800 pictures.
Oh my gosh!
This game.
Wow, that's going to be great.
That's well over 1,000 of her normal. She told me.
Second down and very long. Here's a toss to Joey Baggs, and he is spun down. Maybe 4 yards, and Leighton Elvington makes the stop. And a long third down coming up for S&S, 3rd and 10 perhaps.
Good job there. Good pursuit by Helpenstell again on the tackle. And the 3rd down and long here for the Rams. I'll tell you the reason this game's been so long, we got so many penalties. We've had
penalties and turnovers.
Yep. Injuries.
And incomplete passes and things. Here is Reynolds wanting to run and not fooling the Bulldogs as they dog pound him down at about the line of scrimmage. There was 3 or 4 Bulldogs right there, and now we have an injured Bulldog. Arturo Louder calls to the sidelines as we have an injured Matthew Bearden again.
Injured player, I believe it's Jared.
Or is that Jaron Ing? It's Ing?
Yeah, it's Ing.
So, multiple timeouts for injuries, multiple turnovers, incomplete passes. All of that leads to a very lengthy game, and that's what we've got going on tonight. And it's 4th down as the Bulldogs do a great job. Defense has looked really outstanding tonight in this football, especially when you consider Stephen Waldrop has not been in the game since the first quarter.
Yeah.
Ing comes up to his feet and runs off the field, so he appears to be okay. And again, these cramp issues, it's going to happen as long as it's hot out here, and as long as this time of the year, you're going to get those issues. So you've got to eat a lot of pickles and drink a lot of Red Bull, I guess.
Yes. I'm not going there. Yes.
4th down, and it'll be punt time, and or taking a punt. This is going to be a high, wobbly kick. Louder looking for it, grabs it at the 30-yard line, breaks a tackle, midfield, looking for a block for Harmon. He's got some room. Flag down, midfield, 45, and slung down right there on the S&S side of the field. And it appears there's going to be a blocking infraction against Howe here.
Well, try to get
so many penalties in this game.
Try to get Harmon out there to lead block for him, but yeah, there was a block there when he initially caught the ball, and it'll probably be a block in the back.
It's in the area of Jordan Jones. So 2:27 on the clock as another change of possession gives us our 28th drive of the night.
How much space you got left in that thing?
I'm running out. I'm going to be done in about 3 drives, and we still have the 4th quarter to go. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. We'll make up something.
Penalty being marked off against the Bulldogs.
So they'll spot the ball inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Yeah, I've got room for 30 drives in a game, and it never goes over 30 drives in a game. We're at 28, and it's not even the 4th quarter.
Oh.
When during the Dale West days,
I'm about to say, yeah,
you might have 14 drives in the whole game. 1st down at 10, right to left. Haley, handoff straight up the middle, and that's going to be Thornton. Spins out of a tackle. Boy, he is fun to watch, and he's down after a 3-yard gain. That's a good-looking 3-yard gain, isn't it?
Yeah, Jalen hit the line there and spun off. And, yeah, he's electric when he gets the ball. And trying to get him going again here in the second half.
4 yards on the carry, officially 2nd down. And 6 coming up. Howe chewing some time. 2:02, 2:01 on the clock. Haley in the pistol. Daniels to his left. Thornton behind him. Haley rolls near side, wants to throw. And it falls incomplete. Somewhere in the middle of Daniel. And there's a flag down as Haley was hit hard. Haley was hit hard after the play. And his helmet is coming off. He is taking his helmet off.
He got hit by Devin Jackson. I think Jackson, give credit to Jackson. He tried to help him up there, but he must have hit him kind of high up in the head. A flag came in, so it's going to be a roughing the quarterback.
And Haley on the ground immediately ripped his helmet off and threw it behind him as he's still on the ground with his back touching the ground. He's holding his head.
Well, me and the Blizzard talk about during halftime is that he's got pretty good protection so far, but when he's been hit, I mean, he's been really, really hammered. And I assume Elvington is the backup quarterback, correct?
He is the backup quarterback. There's some good, you see right here, Devin Jackson, and it looks like Cooper Heron saying a little prayer at the 30-yard line for Austin Haley. And Jackson coming to the near side with his...
Guys, Colby Lapman and Leighton Elvington are over here practicing snaps.
So Haley getting up. Again, the 14-year-old quarterback. He's thrown 3 touchdowns tonight. He's thrown 6 touchdowns in the first 2 games. And he's making his way off the field very slowly with the entire team around him. And he's being helped. Looks like he's just wobbly. His arms are out as if he's just, he's on a tight wire. Mm-hmm. But he's coming off the field, and you gotta, you feel for mama right here.
Yeah.
That's 14-year-old baby.
Yeah.
And he takes a pop, and he comes off the field. And we're going to see quarterback Leighton Elvington for the first time in 2019. The ball is going to be placed out to the 40-yard line. And Howe has a fresh set of downs.
Again, you mentioned Devin Jackson, who hit Haley there, tried to come over and kind of looked like he was trying to make peace there with the Bulldog coaching staff, and the Coach Elman, the SNS head coach, brought him over and put his arm around him, kind of trying to comfort him. I think Jackson felt bad.
For sure. Elvington in the gun, and he's going to hand off to Thornton, trapped in the backfield, trying to work his way out of it. Does work his way out of it on the far side, and out of bounds after about 6 yards.
That'll work. Thornton is just not very big, but he's just so shifty and so fast and so quick, and just doesn't go down at the first hit. And
now we have an SNS injury.
Man. And we got somebody down here. Is this Jones down here on the...
And the Bulldog injured player.
Or Jones may just be down just to get a drink of water.
It looks like Jones, Ricky Yake's going to go out and talk to Jones. Nope, he's good. He's getting up. Just needed a drink of water. But on the far side there's some cramps going on. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll catch up with some of these spots. We'll be right back right after this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Well, we're just about ready for action again. Man alive. Just injuries and big hits. And here we go. Second down and about 4. Elvington in the game. He'll hand off up the middle. Thornton bounces it out to the right. He's got a first down and more. Spinning out of another tackle. And he's down inside the 45-yard line of SNS as we cross midfield. Howe has another fresh set of downs.
Jalen Thornton here getting about 8-9 yards a clip here, something we saw last week when he first came in the game last week against Ponder. And so that's good to see, especially with Haley on the sidelines. The offense is probably going to change a little bit here with Elvington at quarterback. But so far you hadn't needed it when you had Thornton in the game. Of course, Thornton's coming off right now for a rest.
Well, that means we might get out of here by 10:30 if Elvington stays in the game. Because they're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
1st and 10. This is a jet sweep to Harmon. and he's got the right corner, and he's got another first down at about the 32-yard line, 33, maybe 34-yard line, but they'll move the sticks.
Jet sweep. We usually see the jet sweep with Thornton, but yeah, give it to Harmon, who's got wheels. And again, this Bulldog offense is starting to kind of maybe this Ram defense may start maybe getting tired.
We see Austin Haley over here on the bench. He's talking to his fellow freshman Matthew Bearden, and Jalen Thornton comes over and says something to Haley. Elvington in the gun, and whistles before this one could get underway. It was 1st and 10 at the 34. Coach Jay comes over there and says something to Haley as well. We'll see what the penalty is. It's going to be against Howe. I believe it's a false start against the Bulldogs. Back it up to the 39-yard line. 34 seconds on the clock until we get to the fourth quarter. It's been a long game.
It has.
A lot of dead action, and that's not, boy, that's just momentum killing, you know. A lot of dead action. 1st and about 15 for Howe. Moving right to left, Elvington in the gun. Daniels to his right. Elvington wants to throw. First time tonight. Screen pass. Harmon makes the catch. And he gets back to about the 35-yard line.
Number 5.
Nice gain there of about 4 yards. 2nd down and 11 coming up.
Kind of a tunnel screen there to Harmon, and I like the way Elvington threw that. I didn't know kind of what arm. We didn't get to see him last year throw the ball very often in the wing T type, slot T type of offense, but he had a little zip on that.
That's the end of the third quarter. Finally, Dogs. We're heading to the fourth. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
The Bulldogs coming back out on the field at any moment now. Nate Lynch, the offensive coordinator, talking to his troops there as they come back out on the field. It's fourth quarter time in Texas, and Howe's facing a 2nd down and 11 at the S&S 34-yard line. And it's the fourth quarter. Moving left to right now, the Bulldogs with their senior quarterback Leighton Elvington into the game after Austin Haley was hit hard a moment ago. This is a handoff to Thornton, and he jukes and jives for about 3 yards to the 33-yard line.
Jalen Thornton.
Nice snap there, and then got handed off to Thornton. Good thing about Thornton has done a pretty good job of holding on the ball. He hasn't, and it's hard to get a good hit on him, as shifty and quick as he is.
Elvington coming off the sidelines to talk to Lynch. As you don't know how much experience or in practice he gets at funneling the plays from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came over to Lynch to make sure he knew the play. 3rd down and 8 coming up in the gun. He fakes the hand. He wants to throw. Deep down the field looking for Jordan Jones, and it's caught for a touchdown. It's touchdown time in Texas. Leighton Elvington threw a bullet strike. And Howe scores to extend their lead. 27-7 awaiting the PAT.
Elvington saying, remember me? Remember me from last year? I can throw the ball, and just throws the ball on a rope over to Jones. Just a great pass there by Elvington, and great catch by Jones.
It was a screaming bullet, and now you've got to consider you're going for 2 because Haley's the holder on the PAT.
Oh.
So without Haley, Now you got to go for 2. So Daniels in the backfield, just to the left of Elvington, who wants to throw for 2, and now he scrambles out of the pocket. Now he's going to try to get the pylon, is turned away, goes backwards, ball's on the turf, I believe. Down goes Elvington, and Howe's going to remain this 27-7 score with 11:11 on the clock. We'll be back right after this timeout.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
Welcome back. We're about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff, but first we have a Hit Exterior LLC scoring drive recap. 7 plays, 77 yards, and it was a 33-yard touchdown from Elvington to Jordan Jones to cap off the points. 27-7, our new score with 11:11 left to go in the game, and a costly drive perhaps, as the freshman quarterback Austin Haley took a big pop, came out of the game, still out of the game, probably will not return. And whistles before this one can get underway, before the kick can get underway.
Whistle blown before the kick.
You know, Haley's an excitable, not an overly excitable guy, but my eyes were on him as the touchdown and everything was going on, and not a move, not a blink. I mean, it's just like he was just.
I think he got rocked pretty good on that hit.
Elvington over there talking to him. Colby Lappin has his arm around him as Haley sitting down on the bench. Lappin talks to him, and now we're ready to kick this one away again, as it's a penalty on Howe, which will back the kick up 5 yards. So now it's resting at the 35. Howe kicking to the south end zone in all black tonight. Those 1980s pants with a thick gray stripe down the side. Looks good. Bounce to Blake Smith, picks it up at the 20, coming near side. Looking for a block, gets a block, and brought down by Noah Campbell and by Hunter Brusso. So we're ready for our 29th possession of the game.
And 2 spots left on that chart there, huh?
That's it. Ball at the 38. On the House side of the field, so S&S, or on the S&S side of the field, rather. 30. Now they'll mark it at the 37, of course.
Again, this defense has done a good job here in pretty much this whole game.
Hey, you know, if we're going to interview a player after the game, perhaps, maybe we'll do that for the first time in a while, Caroline. I would probably want to talk to Colby Winden. Number 17. Here's Reynolds, wanting to throw. Swing pass intercepted. Hunter Brusso. He's going to take it to the house. Kiss it goodbye. 11:04 left to go in the game. Brusso picks off the swing pass, takes it back. Welcome to varsity football, Hunter Brusso.
Brusso was just right there at the defensive end. He just stood there and watched Reynolds throw the ball, and Reynolds almost like he didn't see him. And it was just like a little 2-yard pass almost from Reynolds to Brusso, and Brusso on the pick 6 back the other way.
So that gives us a new score, 33-7, with 11:01 left to go in the game. And again, another 2-point conversion attempt here. Howe trying to even it up to make it 35.
That was so interesting. Yeah, Brusso just stayed there at the end and just kind of sat there and stayed home and just watched the eyes of the Reynolds.
Elvington wants to throw. Throws it up. and too far for Harmon in the back of the end zone, incomplete. And the score remains 33-7. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
All of a sudden, the soccer kicker, Kevin Flores, right leg may get a little tired here. Kicking off again, another Tech Wave kickoff coming up. That one hit exterior scoring drive recap, really not one. It was a pick six by Hunter Brusso, took it back to the house. Flores on the Tech Wave kickoff bangs a low kick. It's going to bounce a few times and be taken by an up man. Takes it from left to right all the way on the far side. He's got a long way to go in a seam, and he makes it across the halfway point into Howe territory inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
It'll be good starting field position for the Rams. Probably some of the best position they've had here in the second half. These Bulldogs defense has stepped up to the plate, though.
10:37 left to go in the game, and we're on our final line on the drive chart. That's it. What do I do after this? Maybe this can be a 10-minute, 37-second drive.
From the 39-yard line, from the Bulldog 39.
First and 10 as the DPD, Dog Pound defense, has played outstanding tonight. There is a handoff to McSpettin up the middle. A new quarterback into the game as well. A gain of about 5 for S&S. As coming into the game is Coda Richardson to replace Jake Reynolds at quarterback, as the Rams now trail 33-7 here in the fourth, and what looks to be perhaps a possible victorious homecoming again in 2019. How about that? Hunter Brusso stepping up, making a tackle there again. Third down coming up, third and about 6.
Just a handoff there to the running back. I didn't see who that was, but yeah, just a short gain. It'll be third down and 6, 7. And Rams at this point down 33-7, maybe just trying to still probably want to score here, but they may be raising the white flag here.
Third down, taking some time, 15 on the play clock. Richardson will hand off to McSpettin over right tackle, cuts it back to the near side, and he'll be close to a first down and may have it.
I think he got it.
So that'll keep this drive going.
Jackson Adkins making the tackle.
And you hear Roger Tidwell, familiar voice of Bulldog Stadium, saying Jackson Adkins made the stop there. And Adkins is another one who's had a great night tonight. And what a great kid Jackson Adkins is.
You know, I thought about that last week when that Clark went on that long run and he almost chased him down. Never gave up there on Adkins.
Outstanding effort by Adkins a week ago. First and 10. Richardson will hand off to McSpettin, a big hole over right guard, and probably about 6 yards there on first down as the Rams are getting near the 30, or 20 rather. That's about the 22. About a 5-yard gain.
Well, you talk about this defense though, and you know, and some of the people we want to interview, but there's a lot of MVPs on this defense. Talk about Elvington with three interceptions. You talk about Atkins.
Elvington's another one that probably should be interviewed after the game. Second down and 5 coming up. Richardson has it go through his legs. He picks it back up and somehow is able to hang on to it, as several Bulldogs were right there in his face as soon as he picked it up. Atkins was one of them. Noah Campbell there as well. Noah Campbell's played well for someone.
Yes.
There's some kids out here who haven't played recently, and Noah Campbell, Hunter Brusso, 2 of them that didn't play a year ago, having outstanding nights tonight. Third down and 13. Richardson wants to throw, looking left side over the middle. That was almost picked off by Brousseau again. It falls incomplete. Brousseau jumped the route as he was trying to hit his receiver there, and a flag down apparently. It's going to be holding against. Oh, it's going to be against Wyndon. Okay, Carson Grogan tells us, our spotter tells us that it's going to be a penalty against Wyndon.
Pass interference?
Oh, it's roughing the passer.
So bailed him out on third down.
Yeah, that'll move the ball deep into Howe territory at the 15.
Had him there on third down, and it was going to be an incomplete pass. And roughing the passer will give them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. Richardson with McSpedden. He'll hand off to McSpedden up the middle, a lot of room. Up the fighting for yardage for about 8, maybe 9, near the 5-yard line. They'll mark him just outside the 5.
Well, I said the Rams were waving the white flag. They're still trying. They're still pushing. They're still working out there. They can get a touchdown, bring this thing within 19.
You know, the greatest thing about this drive, though, it's chewing up the clock. I mean, we're just about at the 7-minute mark now.
We may get out of here by 10:30.
Richardson and McSpedden in the backfield. Hand off McSpedden up the middle. Nothing doing right there as J.C. Helpenstell says, no, sir.
J.C. Helpenstell stepped up right there in that hole and just a textbook tackle. Hit him right at the waist. Took McSpedden down right there right away, no doubt about it.
3rd down coming up, 3rd and a yard. 2 receivers to either side. Don't think they'll be throwing. Well, they might. But Richardson, more of a running type quarterback. Much more so than Reynolds. But McSpedden still in the backfield. And this is going to be McSpedden brought down. Going to be close to a 1st down, but I don't think he's going to get it. It's going to be stopped
and then a late
right
flag.
about the line of scrimmage, and now a flag comes in.
Penalty flag thrown at about the 5-yard line.
So we'll check this one and see what this one is. Caroline, anything down there? Anything new going on?
Yeah, you know, the other day, I'm so sorry, it feels like the other day. Earlier, you had asked me how the fans here were doing.
The other day, that's about right.
No, I'm so sorry, but you asked me earlier how the fans were doing on this side. Hey, we're doing a lot better than the SNS fans. The cops had to go and throw one of those guys out.
Oh, no, that's not good. It's never good. Never good. So, what have we got here, Justin? Have we got a penalty? Have we got a
penalty? But they're trying to sort it out. I'm not sure.
The flag is down at the line of scrimmage, which is the 6. And I'm really confused because the official there, right over the ball, is standing with his hands on his hips. I'm thinking encroachment.
Well,
No.
it was just a run up the middle and tackled right about the line of scrimmage, and then the flag came out from the line judge here on this on the Howe side.
Hey, we have a Carson Daniels sighting on defense here as he checks in for J.C. Helpenstell. And this was one of the, maybe, is this the first time Daniels has been in on defense?
I believe so.
We have Daddy Daniels sitting down here right below us.
I saw some
All eyes on number 20.
Penalty marked off against the Bulldogs.
Saw some Ram players starting to clap, so I think it was on the Bulldogs.
It is against Howe, so it'll be 1st and goal just inside the 5. Halfway to the goal, we'll take it to the 3. And we have Joey Baggs back in the game. And he'll get the toss right side. He cuts a defender. Just jukes Caden Harmon on his way to a touchdown. 3-yard touchdown, and the Bulldog is down at about the 3-yard line. We'll see who that is getting up. They do get up. Aiden Norton. That's who that young man was. So,
well, quick to the line there and just pitched it out to Baggs, and Baggs, like you said, made Harmon miss and just able to cut back inside and get the short yardage touchdown and bring this thing within 20. 6:15 to go. Still time on the clock.
what's the time over there, Justin?
6:15.
6:15. So there's the kick, the female kicker. And that one is good. So 33-14 our new score. 6:15 left to go in the game. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in. And all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
6:15 left to go in the game, and we have a new score, 33-14. Onside kick?
Maybe.
Susie Griffin, the kicker, as they are kind of in the quail onside look, and now Howe's talking about it, and they're making some moves up towards the front. Hunter Brusso now in the middle of the field, and they fake the quail onside, and boy, Susie Griffin really sold it.
Yeah.
So here we go with the Tech Wave kickoff. She raises her hand. She kicks the ball, middle of the field. Going to be taken. Jalen Thornton coming to the middle of the field. He's got some room. Runs into one of his defenders, trying to outrun every S&S Ram that was hanging on his back, and he makes his way to midfield.
Well, Thornton, I think he ran into one of his Bulldog players there, because otherwise it was a big old hole there, and he almost was able to squeeze through the hole there, get it all right up to midfield.
Okay, can we channel our inner Dale West right here and take 6 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock on about 12 or 13 or 15 or 17 plays?
I bet the coaching staff here at Howe is wanting to do that. They want to probably get out of here without any more injuries. With Haley on the sidelines, with Waldrop on the sidelines.
1st and 10, left to right. Logan Elvington at quarterback, senior signal caller. Daniels next to him, and a fumbled snap. And Howe, I think, recovered. Nope, S&S has it at the 49.
Now, I don't want to start speaking too soon here, but there's 6:11 left in this ball game. The defense has played pretty well for Howe, but if they were to start, if S&S was a score on this, make it 33-21, all of a sudden things get a little interesting.
There's 6:11 left to go in the game, and S&S has the ball right at the 50.
But S&S has to score first.
And this will be a handoff. Bags, near side, brought down by Colby Lappin and Carson Daniels into the games. Gain of about 3.5, 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Carson Daniels.
Lappin, we hadn't called his name very often tonight. Usually not in the starting lineup on defense. A good tackle there for a 3-yard gain.
Got the start a week ago, not this week. And a handoff to Bags again, met by Hunter Brusso in the backfield. Tell you what, Brusso's
been active.
You know, for a kid who didn't play football a year ago, or since middle school, hey, he's strapping it on.
You got a couple of those guys out here tonight that have had that hadn't played in a couple of years or since middle school.
3rd down.
Lappin hadn't played, had he?
Not since his sophomore year.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6 from the 46. Richardson still in the game at quarterback, drops back 2 steps, 3 steps, looks across the middle, wants to throw, and it's almost intercepted by Elvington for the 4th time tonight. The ball was just a little overthrown, or Elvington would have had that one. And I bet you he wouldn't have got up and thrown the football.
I bet he wouldn't have either. Elvington trying to be Ed Reed back there or something, just trying to be a ball hawk and play center field and almost come up with the interception.
So 4th down and 6 from the 46. Richardson barking at his slot receivers. Wants it, gets it, drops back 3 steps again. Under pressure, escapes Connor Brusso's sack, and it's going to be intercepted and dropped by Logan Elvington. So he could have had 5 tonight. He's dropped 2 and caught 3. Man, oh man.
Actually, I think he could add 6. He had the one over here that he missed too. So,
well, the good thing is I'm going to say that he did it on purpose because it was 4th down. He had the wherewithal to drop that pass on purpose. That's what I'm going with.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I think that was Brusso that got some pressure there on the quarterback there when he got ready to throw it, and he was able to avoid the pass rush there and just threw it up for grabs. Yeah, Elvington almost able to come down with that. But good pass rush and good pressure there by the Bulldog defense.
4:47 on the clock left in the game. Howe takes the ball on the game's 33rd possession. And we're just making up room on our charts here. 1st and 10. Elvington in the gun. He's going to hand off to Daniels, who escapes right side. Big hole looking for a block. He's coming near side 40. He's got the 35 and knocked hard out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Obviously, Daniels' best run of the year, and Daddy Daniels is happy down here. Flip-flops and all, he's having a good time.
Daniels got that handoff there and broke it to the outside. Only thing he didn't do was he got out of bounds. You need to stay in bounds, keep that clock going.
Well, he was hit out of bounds, I believe. 1st and 10.
They kept the clock going.
Oh, okay, there we go. And this is a handoff again up the middle. That may be Daniels.
I think it is.
Daniels once again
to the 30.
For the Bulldogs.
Where did I've got a question. Where did the drive begin? Because I failed to mark it down. And I know Blizzard's going, duh. But I didn't. I
didn't write it down either.
You know what? It was a turnover on down, so what would that have been, the 46?
Yeah, because it was Elvington missed the interception.
There you go, 46. 2nd down and probably about 7 here as Harmon goes in motion on the jet sweep. He gets the carry, looking on the far side, juking the defender. He's got the 1st down and more. Look out as he's got the 5. It's touchdown time in Texas. A late score for Howe with 3:35 left to go in the game. And the Bulldogs extend their lead 39-14, awaiting a 2-point conversion.
Jet sweep from the right to the left, and he got some blocks ahead. Some poor tackling there by the Rams, and able to just walk in the end zone for the touchdown. And that may be the dagger for the Bulldogs.
I've got 3 plays and 54 yards. And a 30-yard touchdown by Harmons. What did I show? We'll see.
They're going for 2 again.
So 39-14 and whistles before the 2-point conversion. Let's go ahead and update the scoreboard for you. So it's 39. Got to get to 41, right?
Yeah.
You got to put 40. I mean, that's an extra Red Bull.
That'll be extra pickle. Extra pickle and Red Bull after the game.
So Caroline, our Night Furniture sideline reporter, will probably, it's a late night, I know.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to go through all of their talks and all of that. So it'll be a while before she can actually talk to Colby Wyndon or Logan Elvington.
Leighton
Elvington,
yeah.
Sorry. But
I guess you could talk to Logan if he was here.
Yeah. Or Landry. Low snap. Elvington on the 2-point conversion throws it in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looking for Colby Wyndon. Looked like he caught it for a moment, but it hit the turf. So that is the end of that drive. 39-14. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this. Old Man in the Coffee Shop, Baker AC and Heating ad.
Well, why did they name it Summit?
That's a community it's in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Summit Community, right?
No. Well, Summit Hill was over here, east of town. As you're going out 902, you go around the S-curve, and you straighten out to go towards Tom Bean. That hedgerow that runs up through there, that across that field and all, the last house sat right there just past that hedgerow, And y'all got you a new car over there? Pete G lived there.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Oh, what time is it?
10:30.
Oh, yeah.
Past my bedtime.
Yeah. So here's Flores on the Tech Wave kickoff. Low line drive kick right up the middle. Going to be taken by Bags. Nope. Felige. And he'll go up the far sideline. Felige. That's how you pronounce it. He's got some room on the far side. Pushed out of bounds by Wyndon in Howe territory inside the 40. Good return again by Felige.
Knocked out of bounds by Kobe Wyndham, number 17.
So our 34th drive of the night, Justin, if you're counting.
You're making room on there, you said?
We're in extra innings. 3:22 on the clock to start this drive, and it will begin at the 40 2-yard line and a timeout. Are you kidding me? A timeout's been called. Coach Jay.
He's in the lead.
Well, they got to get some water, and I think, and I don't know how many defensive substitutions is going on out there, but it appears the same starters are out. The starters that are left are still out there. Of course, we've had an injury of Stephen Waldrop, left the game in the first quarter, will not return, has not been anywhere close to returning, was in street clothes.
Austin Haley.
Kirshner has been out at times.
Haley.
Obviously, Haley on offense. Brandon Williams has not been in since
last week.
Yeah, about the first drive of last week.
He had one carry for 5 yards and went out the game.
We've had Ing come, have a cramp. We've had Matthew Bearden have cramps at times. Jordan Jones hasn't been healthy since last week's pop, but he's out there. Just a crazy game. First down and 10. Low snap. Richardson digs it out. McSpettin gets the carry and brought down by Colby Lappin after a gain of about 2. So now the ball. You know what I love about victories at Bulldog Stadium is
the victory light.
You get to turn on that light.
Yeah. Now you said last week if we won, Carson was gonna.
I think yeah.
You gonna let him?
Why not?
Turn it
Why
on?
not? We'll let him turn it on. We've got an app. We got an app for that.
Yes. There's initiation here.
Second down and 8 at the 40. Shotgun. This is Bags trying to hit the right side, driven out of bounds by Harmon after a gain of 2. That stops the clock. Unfortunately, I think maybe they'll keep it running. 2:36 right now on the clock. It's going to be third down.
Trying to break it to the outside there, Bags. And unfortunately not able to keep him in bounds. But or maybe he was in bounds. That clock is still going.
Yeah, he was in bounds, right?
He was in bounds.
I totally saw it.
The whistle blew before he went out.
Third down and 6 as the coaches probably have agreed, just, hey, let this thing run. Richardson in the gun. Bags in the backfield. Low snap. Bags has it. Coming near side. Noah Campbell with a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Campbell gets up. Doesn't say anything. Goes back to the huddle. Perfectly executed.
Yeah. Great.
Fourth down.
Great tackle by him. Brought him down there. Right there at the end of the line of scrimmage, and the clock continues to tick. And Bulldogs are getting ready for, was it Bells next week?
Bells next week, yeah. You got to make sure you got your quarterback. Bells likes to, I don't know what the score is tonight with the Panthers, but you know what they do. Their head coach is Dale West. He was here. They love to run the football. Here's McSpettin trying to get outside, not going to get enough for the first down, so it's a turnover on downs. And we're at a minute 25.
Yeah, that offense over at Bells will be going from the spread it out last year that they ran to a slot T type of offense this year.
Completely different. And Mike Zagleski gives a couple of taps on the helmet to Carson Daniels. Says, good job, young man. You can tell what he's saying. Still, Daddy Daniels down here has got to be proud.
Got his own personal seat there with the name on the back of it.
Yeah. Looking sharp. First down and 10, left to right. This one trying to kill it. Trying to put this one in the books. Harmon and Elvington and Carson Daniels playing both sides of the ball tonight. We've got a minute 25 on the clock. Elvington in the gun with Daniels just to his right. 6 on the play clock. Got to snap it. Let's snap it. Let's snap this sucker. Snap it.
Get home before 11.
Penalty. Delay a game. Back it up 5 yards.
We have a penalty flag.
Hey, next door, the clock operators are next door. They should have just bumped it on up, put another 20, like they do for Tom Brady. If he looks to the press box and gives a little signal, they put another 25 seconds on the clock.
Well, you tell that official, I think that the head referee's ready to go too. He kind of turned around very slowly, kind of put his arms
It was
up.
like, really, guys? Snap it.
All right. Delay a game.
And now we'll get a knee. So Elvington Blizzard,
Quarterback.
don't forget to mark down that 4-yard loss there on the knee down. That's what I hate. That's the only thing I hate about the shotgun victory formation is quarterback ends up losing about 8 or 12 yards on the drive trying to just kill the clock. 39-14 Bulldogs are going to win tonight. And how this Bulldog team needed a win. Had lost 8 in a row coming into tonight.
Oh, man. It's almost been a year since they won, if you think about it. Almost.
And there's another knee.
Once again, Elvington takes a knee.
43 seconds on the clock. One more snap should do it if you play it right, and they should. There's 35 on the play clock. There's a 1 second difference in the play clock and the game clock. You got to snap it with 1 second. No, you don't. You just knee it right there. You're done.
I think everybody knows this is done.
How your Bulldogs have snapped an 8-game losing streak and are on the board in the win column for the first time in 2019. It's been a long wait, but it's been worth it. And it's been a lot of fun tonight with a 39-14 win here at Bulldog Stadium. Homecoming, Jaron Ing is your king, and Allie Harvey is your queen. And we are going to turn on the victory light. Carson Grogan, you get the honors. Just hit that button right there. And downtown, the victory light is on. Congratulations to the Bulldogs on a hard-fought 39-14 win. A lot of injuries tonight. Got to check on Austin Haley. You know, the one that, like they're all important, but Haley's injury looked pretty bad. And he stayed the rest of the game with his shoulder pads on, never took the pads off, but he never got off the bench either. And Stephen Waldrop over here with still his football pants on, but his shoulder pads off, jersey on, and he is limping his way out there.
Yeah.
Obviously in pain, something not right with Stephen Waldrop, and hopefully he can get out of that injury situation and return to the field quickly, because they really need him. Two-way starter. They need Stephen Waldrop. And here is the school song, fight song. We'll let you listen to that. Dueling bands there.
Wow.
You had a S&S band on one side, Howe on the near side. Fight song going. The players are going to talk. Coach Jay and rough things happened tonight as far as injuries are concerned. As we'll turn this thing to the big F for final. And the victory light is on downtown. And we'll try to get our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson, to talk to Colby Wyndon and perhaps Clayton Elvington.
Yeah, those would be two good ones.
A lot of claps. Coach Jay saying his thing over there, talking to the troops. And maybe Coach Jay will have a couple of words with us as well. We'll stay as long as we can to get these interviews in for you. You know, we don't talk to the players and coaches after losses. So when we get an opportunity to do this, when they're in good moods, maybe we'll take that chance. So we'll try to take that chance tonight. Caroline, what's your thoughts on tonight? Overall, good night down there?
It was a great night. It was a great night, even though it dragged on forever. So much fun. It was great to be back here at Bulldog Stadium. It was funny. Coach Simmons just made a joke. He goes, "We're serving eggs and grits over at the concession stand."
By the way, we got to give props to the. Hey, did you give your nachos review?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, obviously, there's top notch here. Top notch. But Ponder's
FFA
really good.
does the nachos over there. Tell us about Ponder. What?
Ponder. I don't even remember who we played last week. Was it Ponder?
Yeah.
Ponder. Yeah.
You're
those
good.
were pretty
You're
good. Those were pretty good.
You got Bills next week. See how Bills not.
They better step up.
So, yeah, big props to the Howe FFA doing the concessions over there. Howe Athletic Booster Club has put together a program, and I know it's 94 pages because the wife worked on it for about what seemed like 6 months every night at the dining room table. So if you get a chance to buy a program, please do so. There's a lot of work to put into that, and it obviously is for a good cause, benefiting the Howe Athletic Booster Club. So the Bulldogs are still talking. Coach Jay is down there visiting with his troops, and a lot of smiles down there. It's got to feel good to get that monkey off your back, having lost 8 straight. It's a good feeling, especially on homecoming.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves the place with a smile. It's a good time to be a Bulldog.
Always good to get one on homecoming in front of the big crowd. A crowd that kind of stayed around here for quite a bit. There's quite a bit of people who hung around.
So now might be the time for Caroline to run out there and try to catch Colby Wyndon, Leighton Elvington. I see Colby on the far side. And Coach Jay, if you can grab him.
He had to run.
Yeah, Colby is making a beeline.
She's almost got him.
There we go. Whenever you're ready.
Colby, incredible game for you, and you had a touchdown catch in the third quarter. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. The team came out, played the best we could, and, showed on the scoreboard. We really deserve this win. I think it's going to carry over for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Well, good luck next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, now she's on her way to try to find either Coach Jay or Leighton Elvington. Leighton with an outstanding defensive game, multiple picks. Had 3, could have had 5. 2 went in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
I got the one and only Coach Jay. Coach Jay, how's it feel?
It always feels good to get a W. It really does. It feels good to get a W, but there's a lot of things we got to fix and a lot of things we got to correct moving forward, definitely. But, savor the win, enjoy the win, but we got to definitely fix some things.
How's your quarterback?
Forward.
How's your quarterback feeling?
He's probably got a concussion. He'll probably be out next week, so that's going to make some major adjustments offensively. We lost 2 others tonight to injury, so like I told the kids before the game, we got 28 on the varsity. We came out tonight 26 strong, and we're going into next week 22 strong.
Great game
so
by
we're
his
definitely going to have
defense.
to look at the JV kids and see if there's anybody we can pull up to just get bodies on the sideline.
It was a great game by your defense. What do you think about them?
Defense did a great job tonight. We didn't really do any blitzes or anything like that. We made our calls based off on the formations that they were giving us and what we saw on film. But, yeah, defense came out tonight and ready to play, and I'm really proud of our defense.
3 interceptions by senior captain Leighton Elvington.
Yes, 3 interceptions by Leighton Elvington. He had an incredible game. What do you think of old Leighton Elvington?
Leighton is, like I said in the coaches show 2 weeks ago, Leighton has become a true leader on this team. Taking the role as the backup quarterback to start the season. He came in tonight and led our offense when the time mattered. I can't say how proud I am of Leighton Elvington. He played a great game. 3 interceptions, should have had 5. I was teasing him that I would have had 5. But he made a great comment on the last one. He said, "Coach, I dropped it because we needed the field position."
That's exactly what we were saying up there. That's exactly. Well, good game, Coach Jay, and good luck next week.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course. And,
all right.
Anybody? How are you?
I'm looking for Mr. Elvington.
I had eyes on him.
Let's see.
And now he is gone. Looking for the big Elvington. Maybe that'll point me to him. Oh, no.
Right on the
there
track?
He is.
You see him?
No.
All right.
Okay, we're looking. Let's see. Go right.
Right, Caroline. We're
mine.
Go right.
Oh, dang, that was a wrong number 4. Right here? No.
No?
I see a number 4, but it's a white jersey. JV.
I've lost everybody.
Well, if y'all want to go ahead and I'll chime in.
All right, we'll let you look for him.
Oh, I do see him right here. Come left, to your left again.
This is like Where's Waldo?
Keep coming, keep coming.
Okay.
Keep coming. Now look to your left. Number 4.
There you go. There it is. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right. You have no idea how long we've been searching for you. So just to let you know, Leighton, an incredible game. 3 interceptions. Should have been 5, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. 3 interceptions. Came in and threw for a touchdown pass. How does tonight feel?
You know, it feels really good. Getting a chance to come out here, play for the team. You know, did drop 2 interceptions, but we won the game, so it doesn't matter. Threw a touchdown.
Well, you just said, how does having your first win of the season as a senior feel?
It feels good. There's many more to come, and this team's going to come together no matter what happens.
What do you think going into next week, being down 3 players?
We'll just have to next guy up, have the next guy come up.
Good luck, and congrats on this awesome win. It was a good job.
Very nice. Our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson, just beautifully done. And a beautiful win at Bulldog Stadium.
Are we done?
Yeah, I'll see you next week. We'll see you at the concession stand in Bells.
Yes,
yeah, let's go interview some of the concession staff too.
Yeah,
let's go and do that.
Go get the
FFA.
Howe FFA.
They're probably gone too.
Hey, Justin, let's recap this one real quick and get out of here. I don't know if the Blizzard's going to do some stats tonight. If he wants to, we'll do that.
That pin's probably smoking up there.
Yeah. So it's been one of those. Oh, there I see the Blizzard. He's moving tables. He's done with stats. So let's recap real quickly if we can. It's 10:45. Okay, so I'll try to make this one quick. So Howe took the ball. Howe won the toss and wanted to take the ball on the kickoff. They fumbled the kickoff and gave it to S&S, who returned it 2 plays and 18 yards to get on the scoreboard first tonight, and we thought, uh-oh, what is going on? It's 7-0 S&S at the 11:15 mark in the first quarter. It was a Reynolds to Jackson touchdown pass of 18 yards. Howe took the ball back and then gave it to actually 1 play, 45 yards. It was a Haley to Thornton touchdown pass, tied the game 7-7, 7:05 on the clock. And then Leighton Elvington showed up on defense, picked one out of the sky for his first of 3 interceptions on the night, which gave Howe the ball back, but Howe had to punt. Don't worry, because when Howe punted it back to S&S, Elvington just took it away again. Another interception. Back-to-back possessions by S&S ended up in back-to-back interceptions by Elvington. Howe punted. S&S took the ball back, punted again, gave it to Howe. Howe scored on a 21-yard touchdown from Austin Haley to Thornton, the second connection of that type this evening. 3 plays, 42 yards on the drive, gave Howe a 13-7 lead with 3:36 left to go in the very long first quarter. S&S took the ball, punted again, back to Howe, and Howe drove 10 plays all the way down the field to the 5-yard line, and Haley threw his first interception of the night. Howe was knocking on the door, could have put points on the board there in the first quarter, early part of the second quarter actually. But then S&S took the ball and they went 7 plays and fumbled. And then Howe took the ball and punted it away, but however, that ball was fumbled and Jordan Jones got on it for the fumble recovery. Howe took the ball at the 19. First play, Haley was intercepted, all like going in the end zone with great field position at the SNS 19, but was picked off his second of the night. SNS with 7:18 took the ball. They punted one more time. Gave it over to Howe. Howe threw another interception, Haley's third of the night, before being really hit hard and knocked out of this football game, and probably maybe knocked out of next week. We hope not. But SNS took the ball back and punted again, gave it back to Howe. Back to SNS, another punt, gave it back to Howe. A Harmon fumble, back to SNS, a punt, back to Howe, a punt, back to SNS, another interception by Elvington, back to Howe. 2 plays, 79 yards and a touchdown, 68 yards from Haley to Wyndon. And it was a 10-yard pass and about a 58-yard run by Wyndon as he was shot out of a cannon and had a great angle to get in the end zone to give Howe a 21-7 lead with 7:02 left to go in the third quarter. And then a turnover on downs by SNS, a fumble by Howe, and then SNS punted, and then Howe took it they went 7 plays, 77 yards, and Leighton Elvington not only picked off 3 passes, but he threw a strike cannon, 33 yards to Jordan Jones for a touchdown. 27-7, that was after Haley was knocked out of the game, and Howe led by that score with 11-11 left to go. So then SNS gets the ball and throws a pick. Hunter Brusso takes it all the way to the house, and that gives Howe the advantage of 33-7 with 11:01 left to go in the game. SNS takes it, and they score. Go 8 plays and 60 yards. They punch it in on a 3-yard touchdown by Baggs to make it 33-13 with 6:15 left. Howe took it, fumbled the snap, gave it back to SNS with 6:11 left to go in the game, turned it over on downs, gave it to Howe, and then a 30-yard touchdown by Harmon ups the advantage on a 3-play, 54-yard drive, 39-14, which became our final score of the night. And what a long night it is, and we all going to sleep good tonight. So why don't we turn it over to the Blizzard as he's just about done. We'll recap the stats for you real quick and take it over, Blizzard.
All right, I know everyone's tired tonight, but...
Yeah, I won't ask you how you thought of the game. I'm just going to let you read off the stats.
Well, the game went good finally in the second half when we quit turning the ball over. Austin Haley, who had a horrific hit on him, finished the game with 9 of 20, 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 1 2-point conversion throwing to Caden Harmon. Leighton Elvington came in relief for Austin Haley after the hit, was 2 of 2 passing for 36 yards and a laser of a touchdown to Jordan Jones as he threw 1 touchdown as well. Jalen Thornton had the most carries tonight at 16 carries for 64 yards rushing, 4 receptions for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caden Harmon had 7 rushes for 59 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches for 9 yards and a 2-point conversion. He also had a big fumble in the game. Carson Daniels had 4 carries for 35 yards. He also had a fumble in the game. Arturo Louder, 3 catches for 20 yards in the game. He had 1 big 3rd down conversion in the second quarter early. Jordan Jones had 1 catch for 32 yards and a touchdown. It was that laser that Leighton threw. Colby Wyndon, 1 catch for 68 yards as he outran the defense on a slant from Austin Haley early in the third quarter. On defense here, Leighton Elvington, 9 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble.
2 dropped interceptions.
Yes, 2 dropped interceptions. We've been on that all night. Hunter Brusso played big in the second half with a pick 6 and 4 tackles and 2 quarterback pressures. J.C. Helpenstell was busy all night making 9 tackles. Noah played really big tonight with 7 tackles. Jackson Atkins, 9 tackles and a sack tonight. And Arturo Louder, 4 tackles and a sack tonight. Also, I want to point out, as Monty said earlier, Leighton Elvington, -12 rushing on his 3 nils. Chase Reynolds for SNS was 3 of 16 for 24 yards, a touchdown, and 4 interceptions. He also had 8 carries for 33 yards. Joey Baggs, 9 carries for 20 yards and a touchdown. Devin Jackson, 11 carries for 43 yards, 2 catches, 24 yards and a touchdown. And McSpeed, 13 carries for 63 yards for SNS tonight.
All right, thank you, Blizzard.
Yeah. We're all tired now.
Yeah, that was a great job there on the stats. That was a long game, and appreciate that.
All right, let's wrap this up. You want to go? Everybody want to go? Where it's almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:53. Let's get out of here.
Let's start taking calls here, and we'll go ahead and have one of those. You've had one of those long post-game shows before, hadn't you?
Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. All right, I was much younger back in those days. All right, hey, it's a 39-14 win tonight. Justin, it's always fun to drive past on the way home and see that victory light lit up. We're going to do that tonight. For everyone who's been a part of this very long win, 39-14, we'll be at Bell's next week.
Yes.
I think it's their homecoming. I don't remember.
So. I think it is.
But I think it is. So another long pregame or halftime, we'll see. But looking forward to that. Hopefully Austin Haley will be there in shotgun formation. That would be nice. So for everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Monty Walker, and we will see you in Bells, Texas next week. So long, everybody.